Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Traders Podcast. Oh man, it is good to be back. I had a beautiful morning. I was actually watching some Attack on Titan. One of my videos here that I just posted this morning. I had somebody comment and say, Trey, I saw that Attack on Titan season 4 on one of your browsers. You got to keep up to date, man. You got to keep up to date with what's rocking and what's cooking. But we are back for another episode of the Traders Podcast. We're going to be talking about some different stocks in the market that are popping right now. Right now, AMC is not moving a whole lot. I will give you guys updates as much as we can throughout the day if there is anything interesting that does go down. But we are going to focus on a couple different stocks today that I personally have a position in. I'll be willing to take a look at different tickers that you guys want to check out, give you guys an idea of what we might be expecting in terms of price action, right? Do some technical analysis, the whole 9 yards. I'll be willing to look at different news sources, news releases, press releases, whatever you guys are wanting to take a look at. So very excited for the day here today. Currently, I am rocking a position in AMC, SENS, AGTC, and WAMI in my Webull account. So that is what my positions are currently looking like. I see people asking about my favorite anime character. Man, there's so many freaking there's so many anime that I've watched, guys. I think in Attack on Titan, my favorite character would probably be Mikasa. She's pretty sick. I can't get enough of that. That's absolutely beautiful. All right. So, please look into Gilt, 75% institutional ownership. So I can take a quick peek at Gilt over here. So I'll pull up Gilt right now. Just take a quick peek. Gilt institutional ownership. Let's take a quick peek at this while we wait for some people to roll in. Thank you, Trey. I like that name, dude. I like the name. That's gold. Dang. All right. So you were saying it had 75% institutional ownership. My guess is that this number isn't updated yet. We're gonna take a peek at the numbers down here, and that would make sense. That would make a lot of sense. So on January 30th of 2020, we had a huge stake taken by Davide Ishe, 18.8 million shares, which is pretty significant. So as long as none of these guys have sold out of their positions, which it does usually tell you when that happens, right? That's a lot of institutional ownership, which you definitely want to pay attention to. When big companies step into a stock, you definitely want to watch that, because that can typically be an indicator that they know something that the regular retail investor does not know. In terms of price action right now, I'm going to maximize my screen here so that everybody can see what is rocking right now. It is just doing a small pullback. I'm not concerned about this pullback right now. It's got to correct. Every stock corrects eventually. And what you're seeing right now is it might come down and retest this 50% retracement. I don't feel very confident yet that it has held up at that 38.2%. Maybe if it was just some candle wicks underneath there, I'd feel pretty good about it. But I'd watch for a retracement down to $17.23. That would look pretty solid. But otherwise, it looks really bullish. We got a big gap here between the 15 MA and the 200 EMA. Pretty consistent volume makes this thing predictable. The red that we're seeing right now, the only thing that I don't like is the amount of red volume that came out here yesterday. But otherwise, this looks pretty solid. I think that's a pretty solid buying opportunity once you see that bounce. Keith Simon. Load up 250%. Socket number 2. Man, that's pretty solid. Comstock. Dang! That's filthy, dude. Look at that. Man, I don't know if you're in this play or not, but if you are, good for you, dude. That is an impressive run. That looks disgusting. What a filthy little run there. The pullback was not bad at all. It retraced pretty much picture perfect to 23.6%. That looks dirty. It's at 84 on the RSI, so if you get into this, that's an extreme chase. I would advise against it. I'd wait for another pullback. I don't like buying stocks on the uptick. We buy the dips and sell the rips, baby. So watch for a dip on this, and I feel more comfortable buying in. But that's what we're looking at right now with that. Just average down on CTRM. Thanks for the video. No problem, Pop Squash. I think CTRM's got a lot of potential, without a doubt. Without a doubt. So, welcome everybody to the Traders Podcast. Hope you guys are having a beautiful Wednesday morning. Out here in Oklahoma, we got hit with a snowstorm again. We got a crap ton of snow on Sunday, and I just went outside to get some food, got some breakfast at the DFAC, and we got like another 6 inches, which is insane. That's absolutely crazy for Oklahoma. They don't usually get this kind of snow, so I don't have work today. I'm just going to be straight chilling, watching some stocks, watching some anime once I get off this live stream, maybe chat with a girlfriend for a while, but that's what my day's looking like. Hope you guys are enjoying your Wednesday morning. It's always a good day in the market, my friends. I tell you what, every day is Friday once you get into the market, because I just get so excited. This is what gets me out of bed in the morning. I promise you. So AMC, as of right now, just to give you guys a quick update, I'm going to change this over to this screen so we can see the order book. There are currently more buyers than sellers. We've got the most buyers waiting to get orders filled at about $5.55 or so. So that's a pretty strong level of support. No huge sell wall, but a pretty even spread across the ask. Is going to make it pretty hard to bump up, right? It's going to short the stock down. I put this out on every single video, but I would say as of a week to 10 days ago, the situation as it sits right now, we just don't have the volume for a squeeze to happen. We've got the short interest, right? But without the volume, the squeeze will not be there. So at this point, I am viewing AMC as a long-term potential stock. We've got that Amazon acquisition deal that is very possible, right? The squeeze is still possible. It's not impossible, right? But the volume's just not there. It's not going to happen without more people stepping into this play. So that's what we're looking at right now with AMC. If neither happens, neither acquisition or the squeeze, I do think by May or June, this stock is very likely to see a $20 to $25 price target, just based on some different numbers that have flown around, right? We know that they've raised $700 million to get themselves out of debt, which is solid. That's going to be enough cash for them to sit on to continue operations until at least the end of 2021, according to the CEO, which is very significant information. M3T41 says, thoughts on TTOO? I bought it at 255. It has been stagnating in 3.2 area for a while. Should I move on or hold? I am actually pretty bullish on TTOO. And also, thank you guys very much for the super chats. You definitely don't have to do that. I just genuinely enjoy doing these live streams. I love chatting with everybody. But as it sits right now, my friend, I don't think TTOO is in a bad spot. Typically, consolidation is just getting ready for the next leg up. And right now, we're in a pretty strong bullish flag formation. So we've got the pull right here. We've got this tightening down and squeezing down a price action. So we've got this ascending level of support, this descending level of resistance. It's just squeezing down. It's getting ready. So I don't mind the price action here at all. I'd be patient. I would anticipate sometime within the next 2 days, you'll probably see a pretty hard push. So wait it out for about 2 days. Honestly, I think this is more of a midterm stock. I think if you hold this for a couple months, you're going to be pretty happy. Tilray, I think it's looking good for today or tomorrow. I hate to ask because this is for AMC, and yes, I hold AMC. My friend, don't worry. We're going to be focusing on different stocks here today. AMC, we will take a peek at whenever people ask questions, but the title of the video is AGTC SENS, PETZ, and AMC. We're actually going to talk about PETZ here. I think this is going to be the leading gapper today in the market, but TLRY. So TLRY, if you guys are not familiar, is a pharmaceutical sector play working with cannabis specifically. And as it sits right now on the charts, it does look like they found a bottom. We've got a George W formation here. We've got a bottom right here. One bottom, two bottoms, right? That forms that W formation. It's not a very strong one. I'd like to see more of a bounce, but nonetheless, that is a formation. And we saw this nice wide range candle, which to me signifies that is the bottom. We've got the 15 MA that is about to cross over the 200 EMA right here. That's the blue trend line crossing over the purple trend line, which means that the microscopic price action is breaking away from the macroscopic price action. I like that a lot. That's good. On the R side, sitting at about 47. I think buying in right now, you're sitting pretty solid. I don't see a lot of risk with buying into TLRY at this point. This is a lot different situation than it was 3 days ago. 3 days ago, I had a live stream and people were asking, should I buy this? And my answer was straight up no, because this is exactly what I anticipated was this huge sell-off, because all cannabis stocks were just going absolutely insane, and TLRY got mixed into that bag. But I see people saying, check out Uami. I do have a position in Uami, guys. I put this play on the radar a while back, and it didn't move for a while. It did take some time to develop, but I like getting into plays before the hype. I like getting in before stocks do some crazy runs, and that's what we're looking at right here with the Whammy. We got in before the crazy run so that we can sit it safe, right? We can just watch, sit back, kick back, drink a little bit of whiskey, and enjoy the show. That's what we're looking at right now with the Whammy. So that looks beautiful. It's forming a bullish flag. So we've got this descending level of resistance. We've got an ascending level of support. We always look for at least 3 touch points to signify a respective level of support or resistance. We've got that. I would anticipate by market open, you're going to see a pretty hard push in the upward direction just based on the overall trend, right? We see that microscopically speaking, this is bullish. We've got the 15 MA crossover, the 200 EMA, trading a little bit sideways right now, consolidating. And then macroscopically on the 1 month chart, we've got the same thing. Big gap here between the 15 MA and the 200 EMA. TLRY, no, not TLRY, TTOO. This is a very similar situation and setup to TTOO. Whoever asked that question, who was that? Let me come back here. M3T41. So this is exactly what TTOO is doing right now. They were consolidating, trading sideways, right? We got this bullish flag formation. It's drawing out a little bit longer, but look at this. This is the exact same setup that Uami had, and that's why I got into the stock, because I saw this exact same setup. So don't be freaking out about TTOO. I promise you. The time will come. The time will come, baby. I promise. All right. Thank you to everybody tuning in for the Traders Podcast. If you don't mind doing me one favor, for the Gorilla Gang, drop some gorillas in the chat first off, if you are rocking with the Gorilla Gang. And then second off, please drop a like on the video. It really does help support the channel. The YouTube algorithm is one mysterious creature. And I don't know why I called it a creature, but it really does help out. So that would mean a lot to me. Please check that out. So Schwab could buy 1.77 million shares of AMC for $3.75 million yesterday. It was 5.6. It's from the list you talked about yesterday. Good question. So I didn't see the price at which they bought it at. If somebody has the link to the resource that says that they bought that at $2.11 per share, I would definitely want to check that out. But nonetheless, unless they sold their position, which they would publicly disclose, you would see that on 13G, right? I still think that's relevant information, right? Big institutions are not going to step into a stock. In fact, they would sell out of a stock, especially at this point, if they thought there was an only downside involved. So I would just, even if they did, so let's just say, hypothetically speaking, worst case scenario, they did not buy in on the 16th, right? Let's say they bought it back in December of 2020, or even earlier than that, right? Back when it was trading at $2.11. Well, if that is the case, I don't think that's a bad thing, because at the end of the day, what's happening is they're still holding the stock, right? And big institutional investors, big money, you got to follow where they go. I've been saying this since the beginning of this AMC situation, my friends. The hedge funds, right? You're going to see hedge funds that step into this long, that are going to go long on this stock, and it's cutthroat. I don't think they're doing it for us. I don't think they're doing it for the retail investors, but when there's an opportunity to make money, they're going to take that opportunity to make money. And I think there's 3 different scenarios in which that opportunity exists with AMC. Least likely right now is the squeeze. We don't have the volume for it. It's just not there at this moment. Second most likely, I shouldn't say second most likely. Second least likely would probably be the Amazon acquisition. And there are actually quite a few things that are pointing at the fact that this may end up happening, right? We have a lot of investors that stepped into AMC that also invest in Amazon, 5 in particular, right? I've gone over that in previous videos. And then the third scenario, which is probably the most likely, is that you end up holding AMC until maybe May or June, and the stock ends up around $20 or $25 after the country reopens, after quarantine lifts, after the theaters start, selling their overpriced popcorn and and $5 boxes of Milk Duds. But this is not a dead cat to me. I am going to hold my AMC position. I'm going to average down at every opportunity I've got, because no matter which of those 3 scenarios plays out, I'm bullish on AMC. It's not worth less than a large popcorn. I'm telling you that right now. That is just a fact. All right, gonna scroll up here. Jeffrey, thank you, my friend. Any thoughts on EH? Got done dirty by a massive hit piece. So hit pieces, don't be scared, man. Those are blips. Hit pieces are an opportunity to get into a stock for super freaking cheap. Like right now, dude, this is the best opportunity that you could ask for to buy into a stock. Hit pieces that come out are blips. I bet you a month from now, this is going to be almost back to these previous highs or higher than the previous highs. So take an opportunity with hit pieces. You should be going like this, right? Because if you have true conviction in a stock, right? If you really believe in what EHang Holdings does, right? Then the price is psychological. This is an opportunity for you to get this for so freaking cheap. You can already see that people are starting to scoop this up, right? There's some wide range candles that are already starting to form here. So I don't mind that at all. I wouldn't stress out. I don't know a lot about the company, but nonetheless, I do think that there is some solid potential here with EHang. Mr. Jim, I did see that. I did get the message about Matt Coors. I am talking with him. We are going to work something out. He sent me a message over on Twitter, and we will be collaborating on some sort of live stream. So thanks for the question, my friend. I always love giving support to the fellow brothers over in the community, and I like Matt Coors. He's a very intelligent guy. I like his live streams a lot. I've got nothing but love for the guy, and you can tell he knows what he's talking about. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. We've got very different energies. It'll be a good contrast. He's very chill. I've got a lot of energy. Guys, I'm not drinking Diet Coke right now. I will get water throughout the day. I had a cup of coffee this morning. I have to have some caffeine, but nonetheless, I think it'd be a blast. I'm definitely excited. So, gonna give a quick update here on Nuami. Up 20% here in the pre-market, 20.83%. I do have a position in Nuami. I brought this to the radar about a week ago, right? I did have a position in this. It would have been about a month ago. Cashed out, came back in. My dollar cost average on this, I think, is $1.64. So I'm up about 23%, $312. In my other brokerage account, I've got about $20,000 sitting. In this brokerage account, I've got about $6,000. So after the whole AMC debacle, where I ended up getting my account liquidated due to some collateral issues by Fidelity, that is what I'm sitting at right now in total cash that I've got in my account. I get people that ask me this all the time. Trey, why should anybody listen to what you say when you're only working with $25,000? And I think that's what makes this channel relatable, to be honest with you, right? So it's really easy to see a guy that's got, $500,000, $1 million in his account and say, man, this guy really knows what he's talking about. But the truth be told, a lot of these YouTubers out there, and I'm not bashing anybody. I've got nothing but love for everybody out there in the community. I truly love the investing community, but it's very easy just to deposit money that you're making from YouTube AdSense or a Patreon or from your Webull affiliate marketing, right? That's why I take pride in my transparency. I show you guys what I'm doing, the wins, the losses, right? So you can make your own opinions based off of that yourselves, right? I've made some good calls. I've made some bad calls, right? And that's why I take pride in the community and what I do here on the channel, because, you guys see that happen in real time so that you can learn from my mistakes and also from my successes. So it's like a journey that we all get to take a part in. So that's my 2 cents there. I know that was a little bit of a ramble, but just wanted to give you guys that real quick. All right, coming from Chris Merck, SLRX, good news in AM, potential runner at market open. Let's take a quick peek at SLRX. Man, I can't talk today. Can't talk. So it did touch up at about $4.10. It's got a nice ascending level of support where you are setting higher highs, higher lows. We got a George W. You already know what it is. You already know what it is. You already know what it is. Look at this. Look at that George W. That's filthy. That's a beautiful double bottom. Nice little bounce here. Followed up with a good wide range candle right here. This is a wide range candle. It's a candle that covers a lot of price action. I would say this is going to run. And we also have a crossover here between the 15 MA and the 200 EMA, which is typically the sign of an upcoming run. So microscopically speaking, that's what we're looking at. Macroscopically speaking, this is in bullish territory as well. And it has another big fat George W on the 1 month chart. Everything about this to me is screaming, the technical setup at least, that this could easily run. I like that a lot. I like that setup a lot. Good call, man. I would say go for it. For sure. I think a good entry point, if we just take a look at the 1 minute chart here, is going to be, if you see a pullback back down to this ascending level of support, maybe around $2.88. Our size at 65 right now, so I'd wait for some sort of at least micro pullback to get the best position that you can. And macroscopically, it's at 60, so there's a little bit of risk involved. A little bit of risk. Hey, thank you, Michael. Thank you, Code. Thank you, Scott. I appreciate you guys. I am going to check out IQST here really quick for Michael. So, Michael, I appreciate that. This is an OTC market stock, guys, so you are not going to be able to purchase this on Webull. Keep that in the back of your mind when you check this out. You will be able to purchase this on Fidelity or Charles Schwab if that interests you. Looking at the retracement that we saw, it retraced to about 40%. Anything above 50% is a strong retracement. It shows a lot of strength in a chart setup, right? So this is looking very strong. There's a lot of buying presence here. I like this hammer candle right here. This is called the shooting star. Typically what this indicates is that there's weak selling presence and strong buying presence. So sellers tried to push the price all the way down to about 70.5 cents, and buyers brought it back up to close at 80 cents. So there's a lot of good things happening here on the 1 month chart. I like that setup a lot. In terms of the RSI, it is sitting at 64, so there is a little more risk involved in buying in right now. I would wait for a small pullback at the very least. I think an entry point around 82 cents is going to be the best. But it did break out of a descending level of resistance. So we have that gap up right here. Typically, when you've got a gap up, we already filled that price action previously, so I don't think we're going to come back, especially since it was a green gap up. We got green candles that followed. It could see a continuation trend. I don't mind that setup at all. So if you want to get into this immediately, I would set a trailing stop loss for maybe 5 or 10%. Get in at 91 cents. That should treat you pretty well. Alrighty, so we're going to give a quick update here on UAMI, not CTRM, but we're going to do CTRM as well. UAMI, AGTC, and SENS Onyx. So, UAMI is a stock that I do have a position in. I do have 800 shares with a market value of about $1,600. I bought into this at $1.64 dollar cost average. Right now it's in a bullish flag formation. We had a false break above this descending level of resistance, and it came back down, right? We're still trading within this little bubble. Not a lot of volume pumping in right now. We got a little push right here when it had that false break, but right now it's just getting ready, I think, for market open. I anticipate that UAMI is going to have a pretty solid green day. If you do not have a position in UAMI, what are we looking at on the 1 month chart? Well, on the 1 month chart, we do have the RSI sitting at about 67. So there's a little bit of risk involved in buying in right now with this stock. Personally, I don't like chasing stocks. That is why I presented this play a week ago when I saw a nice technical setup, when I saw some things that I liked in terms of fundamental analysis, right? So if you want to get into this, I think it's going to be a good mid to long-term play stock. I think it's got potential to have some fuel cell-like growth. I call it fuel cell back when it was $7. And I think now it's trading at about 20. It has had a pullback 20 to 23 bucks. So I think UAMI has very similar potential. They are an antimony company, which is a material that is used in batteries, specifically for electric vehicles. And I can see some pretty solid potential here. So if you want to get an entry point, you see this come back down to $1.73. That is going to treat you well. $1.80 the next day. Not as nice of a price, but I find it more likely for this to pull back maybe tomorrow, less likely today. There's a lot of buying presence here today, so that's what we're looking at right now with UAMI. We've got a pretty decent buy wall sitting at about $1.95. So we're gonna come back here to the 1 minute chart and set that real quick here. So at $1.95, that lines up pretty much just below this this ascending level of support, which is part of this bullish flag formation. So that looks very, very nice. I like that a lot, dude. I don't know why I'm not listening to music. I always listen to an anime playlist when I'm doing this. What the heck? I thought something was goofy. I need something to get me going. For anybody out there that's wondering what I'm listening to, I will show you really quick. This is a 1 hour most epic anime mix. Love this stuff. Attack on Titan. I was actually watching Attack on Titan earlier this morning before I started the live stream. Got to get my daily fix, man. Got to get my daily fix. But anyways, that's what UAMI is looking like. I'm going to read a couple of these super chats off, answer some questions that you guys have. So load we did just briefly touch on here, but I will pull that up again in case you did not catch it. This is going to be a big gapper here on the day. I think it's going to be a leading gapper, very close to it. This one and PETZ are both having killer days. So PETZ has pulled back a lot, and this is going to give you an opportunity if you want to get into this with less risk to buy into either of these stocks. Personally, I'd wait to see a bounce. We haven't quite gotten that yet with PETZ, but load hasn't. This really feels like a chase. It feels a little bit risky. So the last pullback we saw was about 35% or so. So if we see a similar pullback here, what would that look like? Well, let's just take a quick peek. Similar pullback on this is going to look something like this. 35% would retrace to right around here at about $10.18. So if you're looking at an entry point here, 10.18 does look pretty solid, but keep in mind, there's a lot of risk involved here. There's a lot of risk involved. This has run up a lot. We don't like chasing stocks. This thing is up 365%. That is nasty. That's filthy, dude. So be careful. Be careful. Please, for the love of God, if you get into this, instead of trailing stop loss, I don't want you guys getting burned. That's a risky play. Be very careful. CTRM this morning on this dip before open looks nasty, but what on your opinion? I am so bullish on CTRM, man. So bullish. I put out a video talking about the short interest, the utilization right now, which refers to how many lendable shares available for shorting there are. So I'm going to pull this up and show you. I pay for Ortex. This is a data website that tells you, a bunch of different stuff regarding short interest, institutional buyers, etc. But I'm going to show you the CTRM short interest and utilization. So check this out. This is insane. This is going to blow your mind. Current utilization rate is 100%, meaning that there is zero available lendable shares to short, unless they counterfeit, right? Sometimes that happens. That is called naked shorting. It's an illegal practice, but we know it takes place. Cost to borrow, 25.26% annually. That is a huge number. Percent free float on loan, 13%. That's very low. So there's a lot of potential here, my friends. I see CTRM having a squeeze potential. This rundown that's happening right now, this is an opportunity for you to get into the stock very cheap. I'll be honest. I didn't think it was going to drop below $1.40. I had it pegged at $1.40 at the lowest, and it dropped below that. So, that's what we're looking at right now, but I do think this has some solid potential. To know that it broke out of this downward trend, you're going to be watching for a push above this descending level of resistance. We got 3 different touch points here, which is what we look for a respective level of support or resistance. Right, we got about 5. So a push over, I would say $1.39 in the regular market hours is going to be what you're looking for to signify an upward trend beginning again. Currently at 34 on the RSI, I feel like there's not as much risk involved in buying right now. I don't see it bleeding much more than it has. Trick gonna make some money if you get in ASAP. Oh, I actually I looked at Treyder earlier today. This is another one of those crypto plays. They're a financial technology company focused on trade and trade finance. They've got some potential for sure, and they haven't run an insane amount either. The RSI literally just crossed over the 200 EMA. This is the exact kind of play that I look for. That looks sexy. It's got a beautiful ascending level of support. I think a great buy-in on Treyder is going to be $7.87. That looks really nice. I like that a lot. CNET, yes. I'm actually going to be making a video here on CNET later today, but this is another SOS potential play. Potential. I don't like the financial situation as much. I think SOS has a little more bullish territory. It's got proven financial growth, right? They're actually making money as of right now. So take that for what it is, but there's definitely potential here. As long as crypto continues to do well, these crypto mining companies, right? These blockchain companies will continue to succeed. And CNET will definitely be a part of the equation there. Fisker. I don't think I've actually covered that stock. I'm going to be honest. You got the ticker right, though, my friend. You got the ticker right. You got it right. I have a video out on SOS. I see Anthony Jordan asking about that. I do have a video out on SOS, but I will briefly run over it. I'm bullish on that stock. I would go long on that stock. Long-term long. I think there's a lot of potential there. But anyways, Fisker right now is looking really nice. It ran a lot, and the retracement was not harsh at all. This is a very solid and strong retracement. That came back about 38.2% and had a picture-perfect bounce. So I like that setup a lot. If you want to ride momentum, I would buy in at around 19, but just keep in mind, I actually don't see a lot of risk here. It's trading at 55 on the RSI. I don't think it's going to pull back much more than that. If it does pull back more than that, it'll probably fall back to this level of support right around here at about 1865. This looks like a pretty solid play. Yeah, I would say like 19.12, 19 bucks. That would treat pretty well. All right. Thank you to everybody tuning in here today for the Traders Podcast. I do appreciate it immensely. Gorilla Gang, this is a blast. I love doing this stuff. Man, I really can't, I'll tell you what. I was sitting here this morning, drinking my coffee, eating some breakfast, and I couldn't help but just get excited for this live stream because I genuinely just love BSing and talking stocks with everybody. I am a simple weeb. I just like talking stocks, my friends. So, can you check out Atos? Got in at $3.50, hold for another week. I am so bullish on Atos, man. It's got a beautiful technical setup right now. It has a beautiful, beautiful technical setup. The 15 MA just crossed over the 200 EMA. It's bleeding a little bit right now, but I wouldn't sweat. I would not sweat at all. If you bought it at 350, I would continue to hold. We've got a nice level of support sitting right around here at about, let me just take a quick peek, $3.35. I find it, I'm bullish at Atos. I think if it drops more, I would just dollar cost average down. Would you buy $500 more of AMC to average down its $8.22 per share or $500 in SENS? I don't think you're going to go wrong either way. SENS is going to pay you back sooner. AMC will take longer. So my personal strategy would be to invest in Sensonics, take the profits from Sensonics if you're going to swing it, and then put that into AMC. But of course, I'm not a financial advisor. Make your own decisions. That's what I would do personally. That's my personal preference. Give you guys a quick update here on Sensonics. They are up about 6.83% in the pre-market. Oh man. Look at this. You already know what it is. You already know what it is. Guys, don't make me say it. Say it in the comment section. Please. I'm begging you. Check this out. I'm going to say it anyways because it's so fun, dude. George W. We got the George W, guys. My name is George W. That is nice. I bet you money that we're going to see a little bit of a run here. That looks really, really nice. We've got an ascending level of support rocking right now, setting higher lows and higher highs. We've got 3 touch points. I anticipate that it's going to continue on that upward trend. We are 4 minutes away from market open, my friends. That is nice. That is beautiful. I like that a lot. On the level 2s, we've got a pretty big buy wall sitting at about $5.50, which should act as an immediate level of support if we end up breaking beneath that ascending level of support right here. And we've got the largest sell wall sitting at about $5.65. So we're going to drop that in right here. 565 is the next level of resistance to watch for. And if we get a push over that, it should come with some pretty nice price action, baby. Did you see what happened with E-Hang? Yeah, I did see that. It's, it'll come back up. Bad hit pieces happen. This is an opportunity for you to buy this for stupid, ridiculously cheap. This is seriously a crazy opportunity that you're not going to see very often. I would scoop this up. If you're bullish on E-Hang, this is an opportunity for you to get this stock really, really cheap. I honestly think in a couple days, somewhere between 2 days, maybe 8 days, 10 days, you're going to get a double up on that. It'll come back up to these previous levels. That is a big opportunity. High Tide, yes. I actually have a Webull setup video already. So I will show you this on the channel. Give me 1 sec. So if we come over here to videos, I have made a Webull video, a tutorial setup for how I have mine set up. It is a little ways back here, right here. How to use Webull Desktop 2021. This was 2 weeks ago, and I do have this, I think, under one of my playlists. Let me just take a quick peek. I think it would be under here. So view full playlist. Yeah, there it is. So it's under my technical analysis tutorials. I've got how to use Webull Desktop 2021. So I would check that out. That's a good place to start, my friend. All right, AGTC is dropping. How bad? It's pulling back a little bit. I mean, it ran a lot, guys. It ran a lot. It's, I'm not sweating. I'm not sweating at all. They've got an upcoming webinar on tomorrow, and it's going to be with the CEO. They're going to be talking about some different products that they have that they're working on in the pipeline, right? And I think that's going to be a pretty solid catalyst. If you guys want to check out that interview or that webinar, it will be going from 12 p.m. CST to 3 p.m. CST, if I remember right. AGTC company. We'll just pull up their website here. So AGTC, developing groundbreaking gene therapies for patients with rare diseases. So if we just check out, I'm not sure exactly where it's going to be. February 11th. Let me check this out. AGTC. Actually, I know it's under their news. So let me check here on Webull. OIS. There we go. So here's a link. If you want to check this out, this is the link. Go onto Webull, or you can actually just search AGTC to present at the OIS Gene Therapy. It should pop up, and you can sign up to watch that live virtual presentation. So that'd be pretty solid if you want to check that out. But I'm still bullish on AGTC. I don't sweat pullbacks. I'm not sweating pullbacks, my friends. We are 3 seconds away from market open, baby. Here we go. Market open just hit. So we're going to watch AGTC, UAMI, and Sensonics very closely. I think all three of these are going to be pretty solid runners over the next couple of days. I'm very bullish on UAMI, very bullish on Sensonics, and very bullish on AGTC. So as of right now, market open has hit, and we are seeing some pretty decent volume pump into this stock so far. We are up to 1 million total shares being traded in this first minute, up to about $8. And oh my God, look at the volatility, guys. That thing is moving. On the level twos, we're looking at a resistance level at about $8.70. So that's going to be the biggest sell wall that we're seeing right now on the ask. Next sell wall is sitting at about $8.75. No large buy walls as of now, $8.47 being the largest, but nonetheless, it has a pretty even spread of buyers and sellers. Updates on MVIS. Buy-ins also, who do you recommend for technical analysis? My recommendation for technical analysis, my friends, is going to be Rainer Teo. This man is the king of technical analysis. I learned everything that I know from this man. He is a great teacher, very easy to understand. I've got nothing but respect for this guy. He really does it well. He does it well. That is the master, the sensei. He is my sensei, man. Check him out. But in terms of MVIS, I'm still bullish MVIS. I don't mind pullbacks. Pullbacks are an opportunity to get into the stock for cheap. So don't mind this pullback, my friends. I'm telling you. This is an opportunity for you to get into this if you've been waiting. And honestly, it hasn't even pulled back that much. I mean, look at this. Look at how much this has run. It's up from $6. Dang. It's on an ascending level of support. If you end up seeing it break this ascending level of support, the next level it'll probably drop down to is about here at $19.11. 1922, somewhere between 1920 and 1940. I think is a pretty solid entry point on MVIS, but I am so bullish on that. That is my favorite stock in the entire market, easily. Gonna check out AMC here really quick to see what we're looking at. It is red here on the day once again. So we're gonna look at this on the 1 minute chart. So far, we have seen a little bit of a sell-off at market open. 2 million total shares traded in that first minute, which is lower than we saw yesterday. We saw about 9 million shares traded yesterday. Pretty solid buy wall. Level of support, sitting at about $5.50. Big sell walls here on the ask, but we have eaten them up pretty well here so far. About an even amount of buyers and sellers as it is sitting right now. Gonna read off Kenneth. I'm gonna scroll down to the bottom and try to keep up with everybody the best that I can, but I'm gonna read off these super chats because I do want to recognize everybody. So scroll back up here. Kenneth, thank you, my friend. I am still bullish on a noob, just so you know. I will be putting out a video on those guys here in the future. Max D, I saw that huge lawsuit with Google. It seems like a similar situation to HCMC. So I think Max D has a lot of potential to be one of those big plays that has an explosive move. Webull is lagging behind the OTC market. They usually lag by about 15 or 20 minutes or so. So I don't have any updated information on these guys, but I expect them to continue to run. The only thing that I have in my mind right now is that Google lawsuit, from my understanding, has been going on for a long time, like a couple of years. Hey, thank you, 4-star strength. I appreciate that, my friend. That means a lot. I'm doing good, I promise you. That hard stuff, it is what it is. If you're new to the channel, if you're new to the Trace Trades community, welcome. First off, it's great to have you here. But I have some heart conditions that I've been getting treated for over the last couple months. I've had a couple of ladder infarctions, which are doctor talk for heart attacks, and they've been caused by supraventricular tachycardia. But I'm doing good. I'm doing good. We're working on it. My next cardiologist appointment is on the 1st. So as it's sitting right now, DNN is looking pretty solid. If we want to look at this on the 1 month chart, we'll just take a quick peek. It's on a nice ascending level of support. We're going to adjust this trend line just a hair to get all the touch points. And it does look like we're still respecting that ascending level of support. Looking very bullish here at market open. Nice long candle wick underneath here. That's a nice hammer candle that's starting to form. Good shooting star. Good volume on this first minute. First couple minutes of open. I think today's going to be a runner day for DNN. On the other side, sitting at 59. So I don't mind a buy-in right now. That's a pretty safe buy-in. Checking out UAMI here really quick. It is up 19% on the day. Has not moved so far much here in the regular market hours. Maybe this isn't updating. That's weird. I don't know why UAMI's not trading right now. It's not halted. Is that just me? What the heck? I don't know what's going on. We'll come back to UAMI. For some reason, it's not trading. But AGTC looking very, very bullish right now, guys. That looks nice. They are moving right now. They've got a lot of buying pressure. These are some nice wide-range candles. Testing out $8.87. The high of the pre-market, if we just change this to the one-day chart really quick, was $9.48. We've got a level of resistance sitting right around here at about $9.10. Biggest sell wall currently is sitting at about $9. So first we got to push over that $9 sell wall on the ask. We push over that, and the next level to watch for is going to be $9.10. Nice even spread across the bid, but there is a very large sell wall at $9. So that's going to take some work. That's going to take some work to push through. Yeah, Whammy's not trading for some reason. I think it's halted. Halted for news? Really? What news is coming out? If anybody has the news coming out on Whammy, let me know. We're going to search this up really quick, because there has to be a reason that Whammy is halted. That is weird. I wonder why it's halted. If anybody tells me why, or can figure out why Whammy is halted, feel free to let me know so we can let everybody know here on the community. All right. EH buyback from Wolfgang announcement yesterday. Stock dropped 65%. I'd take that as an opportunity, my friend. That is an opportunity to buy in. That is an opportunity. It's already starting to move. This is going to come back up, because from my understanding, that was a false hit piece. That was a hit piece that was lying. So I'm pretty excited. What are my thoughts on HCMC article? Let me check this out really quick. So I'm going to check out the HCMC article here real quick. So we'll just share this with everybody here. Healthier Choices is an overvalued grocery and vape store chain. The company operates several grocery and vape stores and is valued at more than $800 million as of time of writing. However, the business is unprofitable, and Healthier Choices had a negative working capital of $4.2 million as of September 2020. The main driver behind the company's soaring share price seems to be high retail investor interest. Oh, get out of here. Seem convinced that Healthier Choices has a chance to win a patent infringement lawsuit against Philip Morris, which I think is unlikely. That is a stupid article. That's the dumbest article I've ever seen. Where's he getting this? Where's this guy getting this? Yes, the company is not profitable right now. That is true. That is true. But the lawsuit, that's very likely, because they've infringed upon 2 of their patents that they own, right? That HCMC owns. I think this is a bunch of garbage. I think this is just a hit piece for people to try and short that OTC market stock, but I guess we'll see. I'm still bullish on HCMC. I'm not sweating that. I'm not sweating that at all. So EH is already really bullish here in the regular market hours. It's up 15%. This is bouncing back very, very well. I anticipate that this is gonna retest those previous highs within 3 days. So I would say at the very most like 8 days. This is gonna bounce back. That's an opportunity. That is a huge opportunity to buy. All right. That is a stupid article. It is. That's a dumb article. That was so dumb. AGTC. Oh, look at her go. Look at her go. Look at her go. Look at her go. All right, we got to give live action on this. We got to give live action. It is trading at $9.26. We've got a huge buy wall sitting at about $9.20. This will act as a nice level of resistance. 938. 938. Largest sell wall currently sitting at $9.40. This thing is on the move. This thing is moving so hard right now, guys. Holy Toledo. He pushed through that 940 wall. Coming up on 945. Push through 945. We got the push through 945. Next is 950. Guys, I put AGTC on the radar about a week ago. This is looking absolutely filthy. Push through 950. We're at 964. Oh my God, this is looking disgusting. Oh, look at it go. Look at this go, guys. Look at it go. Look at it go. Holy crap. We've got a huge buy wall at 950. 5,000 shares waiting to get filled. That should hold up as a pretty solid level of support, but right now this is so bullish. It is sitting at 960. The high of the pre-market was sitting at about $9.48. So we pushed through the pre-market high. We got a little bit of price rejection, but there's a large buy wall sitting at about $9.15. Guys, holy Toledo. AGTC is off to the races right now. That is filthy. Absolutely filthy. Huge sell wall sitting at about $9.55. That is what we're watching for right now. The 15 MA is still trading underneath the 200 EMA right now. This is actually technically bearish territory. This is the beginning of a break. I think this is going to be a huge day for AGTC. We still have that webinar that's coming out tomorrow. Holy crap, guys. That is going to be nuts. I am so excited to watch what happens here. This is looking beautiful. I've got 4 call options at the 7.5 strike on AGTC, up 225% on that. Very, very content to continue holding those. I will sell those when the time comes, but the time is not yet. Thoughts on Etfm? I'll check out Etfm here really quick. This is an OTC market stock. Let's take a quick peek on this on the 1-month chart. That's a nasty gap up, and I like the fact that there's a green gap up. If you have a gap up and it's red, you typically fill up the gap with some price action, but I find it unlikely as of now. We got a nice level of support sitting right around here at about 0.02. That looks like it's really overbought. That's my only concern. The volume is consistent, which makes it predictable. 15 EMA is trading over the 200 EMA. It's a bullish stock, but that's a lot of risk. It's at 82 on the RSI. I would wait for at least some sort of pullback. We can see that it has this ascending level of support right here, so it'll probably end up pulling back to about 0.015. That seems a little less risky. I'm going to read off these super chats and scroll down to the bottom so I can keep up with everybody. Thank you. Mixed1313. MBIS is killing it. Much love from Minnesota. Sounds like you got a taste of home down there. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Definitely. You know what? These guys are all a bunch of weenies. I tell you what, we got 6 inches of snow, and they shut down Fort Sill for literally the entire week. I'm not working for the entire week because we got 6 inches of snow today. That doesn't make any sense at all. But I'm not complaining. I'm chilling. I'm gonna play some God of War and wait for Ragnarok to come out here. Watch some anime. Talk some stocks. Shoot the S with my friends and family over here at the Gorilla Gang. Guys, if you don't mind dropping a like on the video, it really does mean a lot to me. It does help support the channel. That is all that I want from you, my friends. Drop some gorillas. Everybody that's new to the Traders Podcast and the Gorilla Gang, we are glad to have you here as a part of the community. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Rosa. I appreciate that. It means a lot to me, my friend. Nelson, John, Nicholas. I want to recognize everybody that dropped a super chat. I don't get to read all of these, but I do want to recognize everybody. Nathaniel, Sean, William, Mario, Ronald, Minotaur. Minotaur, dude. That's a cool name. I like that. Ronald Wolf, Kurt Greenway, Jose, and Jacob. We'll start off here with Minotaur. PLTR update, please. So we'll check out PLTR, and then we are going to come back over to AGTC. So, as it's sitting right now, PLTR, Palantir, is down pretty bad. It's at about $27.30. Had a crazy run-up. Retracement was nasty. That was a bad retracement. This has been really drastically oversold for quite a while. The only positive that I'm seeing right now is that it's holding up above this ascending level of support. But on the other side, it's sitting at 42. I think it's a pretty safe entry point. Volume right now looking pretty solid. The 15 EMA is way underneath the 200 EMA, so this is bearish, but I think that's pretty likely going to be the bottom, especially because we have the beginning of an engulfing candlestick pattern here. If this ends up playing out, and this candle surpasses the highs here, I think it's going to be a nice, nasty run. So that looks good. I think that's a good entry point. Going to come back here to AGTC. Whammy is still halted. Oh, wait, is it trading now? No, it is not. Whammy's still halted. It's not moving. But AGTC is up 10% on the day, trading at $8.93. It has pulled back here a little bit, but nonetheless, it is extremely bullish. We got the 15 MA cross back over the 200 EMA right now. In terms of retracement, we're going to take a quick peek at what this looked like. Retrace to about 61.8%. Ideally, we look for 50, but that does look like it was a nice bounce. So that shows strength in the bounce. If we do end up seeing a nice engulfing candlestick pattern, or at least a two lows, high close, that's what we'd be looking for. Pretty big sell wall sitting at about $9. So we want to see that push over $9. That to me is going to signify that we're looking pretty solid here. The volume today is solid. That is some solid volume that we see rocking with AGTC. On the other side, sitting at about 57. If you're looking for an entry point, we want to see a pullback to that low 30s range on the one-day chart. You're going to be looking pretty solid. All right. Thank you, Kurt Greenway. I appreciate that, my friend. And thank you, Ronald, as well. IDEX. Why do I hate water? Because water tastes like nothing. I like whiskey and Diet Coke. Don't yell at me. Don't yell at me. I'm sorry. I just need something with flavor. I'm rocking with Guy Fieri. We're going to Flavor Town, baby. Water's got no flavor. You don't see water at Flavor Town. Show me a picture of Guy Fieri sucking down water. But also, show me a picture. Show me a picture of Guy Fieri with a six-pack. That should tell you something as well. But nonetheless, IDEX, I am still bullish on. It's pulling back right now, but this is a long-term stock for me. If you wait for this to, if you hold this for, I would say a couple months, 6 months to 12 months until the end of the year, I think it's going to be worth $20. This is a great buying opportunity. It's trading at 29 on the RSI right now, and if you see a bounce here, that would signify that we found the bottom. So wait for an engulfing candlestick pattern. What will that look like? Pretend that this candle is green, right? You see a green candle right here that matches the exact height and actually surpasses the height of the previous candle. Does something like that, right? That's an engulfing candlestick pattern. That would signify we found the bottom, and that'd be a good opportunity to buy in. So that's what we're looking at right now with IDEX. Good buyout opportunity, in my opinion. All right, coming back to Whammy, which does not seem to be moving yet. Still halted, still not doing anything. It doesn't say halted, though. Usually it'll tell me if it's halted, but it's not moving at the moment. All right. Jose, thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. What do I think about CYRN? We'll check that out real quick. So CYRN, Down on the day here. Gonna check this out on the 1 month chart. Oh, ooh, I like that setup a lot. That's good. 15 MA does cross over the 200 EMA. We've got an ascending level of support right here. We always look for these 3 touch points. We get them. That's good. You want to see it bounce off that ascending level of support, and it should continue that trend. On the R side, sitting at 47, so not a lot of risk with the buy-in right now. I think now is a pretty good entry point into the stock. If it ends up breaking beneath that ascending level of support, we do have another level of support sitting right around. It's the same. I find it unlikely it'll break that. And we actually have a pretty large buy wall at $1.30, so I find it unlikely. I think that'll be the bottom, but we'll find out. We shall see. Gonna check out SENS, Sense Onyx here really quick and just see how it's rocking on the day. Holy crap, she's down. Dang, what a sell-off. That's actually really surprising. I did not anticipate the sell-off with SENS, Sense Onyx, but this is an opportunity to buy in, without a doubt. I'm still bullish on Sense Onyx. I'm not sweating this sell-off in the least bit. This is an opportunity for you to get into this stock for a lot cheaper. So I would take that opportunity if you like this company, if you're bullish on Sense Onyx. It is very oversold here on the R side. We're going to look at this on the 1 month chart, see how strong of a pullback this is, and it's currently at 43. So that's a harsh pullback. There's no news that I can see why this would be the case either. On the level 2s, there's a lot of buyers, not as many sellers. Pretty large buy wall sitting at about $4.60. So we'll be looking for a hold over $4.60 and a little bit of a bounce. This has been a harsh sell-off at open. That's really surprising to me. Down 12% here so far on the day. Dang. Feeling pretty bullish about your health. You got this, man. I love the channel. Thanks, my brother. I appreciate that. Have I looked into ASRT? I have. I am bullish on ASRT. I know a couple of people in my Discord that are also bullish on this, and this looks like an opportunity to get into the stock for pretty cheap. Man, maybe the whole market's just having a little bit of a sell-off right now. How's the NASDAQ look right now? Yeah, it might just be a red day in the market. Because the NASDAQ is down pretty bad too. Almost 1%. So it looks like it might just be a red day in the market today. But ASRT, I'm very bullish on. This is an opportunity to get into the stock for pretty cheap if you're looking for a buying opportunity. Currently on the R side, sitting at about 36. Looking for a hold over $1.08. On level 2s, we've got a nice amount of buyers at $1.10. So I'd assume that $1.10 is the level of support to watch for as of right now. So watch for that. That's my 2 cents there, my friend. My Hero Academia is coming out soon. Have you seen the trailer? Oh yeah, man. I'm so pumped. I'm so pumped. I love Hero. It's such a good show. I can't get enough of it. CLWD, I have a position in this stock. I am bullish on CLWD. Right now, it is down 5% on the day, but this is an AI tech company, right? So it's using AI to advertise, right? That's why I like a Nuvo. There's a lot of money in ads. So this is an opportunity to buy into the stock for cheaper, in my opinion. I'm very bullish. They ended up breaking this ascending level of support, but we do still have a nice ascending level of support nonetheless. It's just a different picture now. So trading sideways. I'd wait for a wide range engulfing candlestick pattern to signify the bottom here. But if it's trading sideways, that's not the end of the world. EH going to town or what? Suspended. Guys, I told you this would happen. I told you. That was oversold. That was way oversold. And it's got a George W. Not even that matters, but that fake hit piece that came out, that is just presenting you an opportunity to get this stock for way cheap. Way cheap. Huge opportunity there. Whammy is still not moving. Surprising. Thank you, Sandollar. I appreciate that, my friend. Joe Brown. Can we hear more about PETZ, please? Yes, I actually haven't even talked about PETZ yet. So PETZ is a stock that had a crazy run here in the pre-market up to about $19.32. And right now it's sitting at about $6.63. We have an engulfing candlestick pattern, a little bit bearish in nature right now, but it does look like this might be the bottom. So I like that. I like that level of support right there. There's currently more sellers than buyers as it's sitting right now, but I like this engulfing candlestick pattern setup. On the R side, it's looking at about 22, which is pretty low. On the 1 month chart, we're looking at 52. So it was at nearly 100, 96 on the RSI, very high, very overbought. And now it's pulled back pretty hard. So this is a much safer buy-in if you want to get into PETZ. Still up 149% on the day, but it's a much safer buy-in than it was a couple hours ago. Right now, a good buy-in point for AGTC. On the RSI, it's trading at about 53. On the 1 month chart, it's trading at about 64. There's a little bit of risk involved. I don't want to lie to you. I'd prefer if you could get this a little bit cheaper, personally. I'm going to delete all this really quick. So if you can get this a little bit cheaper, get it on this ascending level of support, that to me is going to be a little bit easier. So I'd watch for a pullback to that 844 range. Right now it's pushing $9.05, but there's risk involved. Be careful. Be careful buying in right now. You could buy in, but just know that it might come back down because this is an overbought territory. This is very bullish territory. It's run a lot. Zoom hurting right now. Yeah, man. Zoom, I don't know why they're getting smoked so bad. They're getting schwacked. They're getting oh, jeez. I think it's just the whole market. I think today is a red day. The NASDAQ is down pretty bad. It's down almost 1%, which for basically an index fund is not good. Not good at all. PETZ is suspended. AGT is suspended. Oh, AGT is not. But EH is also suspended. Both these stocks are suspended right now. Dang. Whammy is still not moving also. But nonetheless, Zoom, I'm still bullish on Zoom. This is a good buying opportunity in my opinion. They've been getting smoked for a couple of days. On the RSI, it's at 28. If you buy in right now, hold this for a week, you're going to be up pretty good in my opinion. Whammy closing $14.3 million registered direct offering. What does this mean for the stock? Haven't seen this before. So a direct offering is essentially a way for them to raise capital, right? So they're basically trying to create cash that they can sit on to help continue their operations. It's not a bad thing for Whammy to do that. That might be why we see the halt. I'm not entirely sure if that's why, but we do know that they had a direct offering. People didn't react to it very poorly, but that could be what caused the halt. I've never seen that before, though. I've never seen that before. Closing a $14.3 million direct offering. So that's not bad. That just means that they ended up, selling about $14.3 million of stock. If we just pull up this article here really quick, they announced that it closed its previously announced registered direct offering with certain institutional investors to purchase a total of approximately $14.3 million of its common stock. So that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. In the short term, usually creates a pullback, right? So if we look at Whammy, we didn't even see much of a pullback, to be honest with you. So that's not bad. It's not a bad setup to me. I don't mind that at all. AGTC is rocking right now, guys. This looks good. This is a nice looking chart. Volume today is looking very nice. If we're gonna look at the daily chart really quick, the volume yesterday was insane, and it looks like we're going to be set up for another crazy volume day. We saw 27 million of volume yesterday. So far today, we're at 4.74 million, which is very solid. That volume is going to drive the volatility. And this is already almost at what we see sometimes for an entire day in volume on AGTC. It's very overbought right now, so keep that in the back of your mind, at least on the daily chart. On the 1 month chart, it's sitting at 66. So we might see a pullback coming up pretty soon here, but I'm still very bullish on AGTC. I'm going to be holding my contracts here. I think there's a lot of upside. A lot of upside for sure. What do you think about ATOM? Lots of hype from Kevin Trades as well. I'll check it out. So ATOM right now, the chart setup's not bad. It's not bad. We got an ascending level of support right here. Our size about 35, so this is a good buy day. It's on sale for you. It's on sale for you, pretty solid. 15 MA just crossed over the 200 EMA a couple days back. Could be the beginning of a run. A little bit of trading sideways happening. You want to see it bounce off that ascending level of support, which it does look like we might get. Right, that is a shooting star candle pattern, which is a hammer candle. Typically, it's have an upcoming bullish reversal, so I like that a lot. I like that candle wick rejection. That looks pretty good to me, my friend. I don't mind that at all. Man, EH is going to town right now. Look at this thing go. Look at EH go, guys. That is nuts. It's at 83 on the RSI. There's so much buying pressure on this right now. It is rocketing. Look at all the volume pumping into this. That is dirty. This is a disgusting upward moving channel. It's not going to keep this rate of growth forever, but it did get halted earlier today, and this is looking nasty. If we look at the level 2s, we honestly can't even keep up with the level 2s because it's moving so fast. We see the largest, I can't even read it. $64 is the largest buy wall as of now. So that'll be a nice level of support to hold on to. And we already ate it up by the time I already put that out. Man, the level 2s are moving so fast I can't even read it. This is an active stock today, guys. That is moving hard. That is moving so hard. Dang. QS is flying. QuantumScape. Yeah, man. QuantumScape is just crushing right now. Didn't this hit like $100 and some change a while back? It did. 138 freaking dollars. Nasty. That's so crazy. This is a stock that you could have easily rinsed and repeated with. Crazy, crazy. I think it's getting ready to retest that $138 range. That looks good. It's finally got a little bit of a break. In fact, the 15 MA just crossed over the 200 EMA here on the 3-month chart. That looks nice. That looks really good. I like that a lot. Hey, thank you, Ash K. Appreciate that. Thomas Gregg says, AGTC $10 strike price, 7 calls. Thank you so much, Trey. Yeah, no problem, my friend. I feel very confident about AGTC. I think it is going to be a killer stock. It's got a price target from many analysts around that $30 to $35 range. I think it's going to be crazy. This stock has got a lot of upside. A lot of upside. I love it. I'm very bullish on AGTC. Very, very bullish. Sitting at 49 here on the RSI. Still have a nice gap here between the 15 EMA and the 200 EMA. Pulling back a little bit. This could be the beginning of a little bit of a George W. formation. So we've got a big sell buy wall sitting at about $8.80. So we're looking for a hold over $8.80. This would be a slight ascending level of support. Just barely above. It would line up pretty well with the candle wicks. That'd be a nice bounce. Large sell wall sitting at about $8.90. So there are some people waiting to get their orders filled at $8.90 to get out of the stock. That's what we're looking at right now with AGTC, baby. UAMI halted due to T1 and T2 halt codes. Huh. Well, there we have it. That's the reasoning, I suppose. It'll move again. It'll move again. I'm still bullish on UAMI. It's going to have its time. When it opens back up, I'm excited. Thank you, Ash K. Appreciate that. PLB MCK. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that as well. Best infotainment on the planet. Apes, baby. Planet of the Apes. That's what it's all about. GG. Gorilla Gang, baby. Hey, Trey, looking for a good 0% commission platform to trade on. eToro is pulling some shady stuff on closing penny stocks recently. Any suggestions? From my understanding, Fidelity has 0 commissions, and I think Webull has 0 commissions as well. I think when you sell or buy, it might charge you like a couple cents, maybe like 2 or 3, but nothing crazy at all. Nothing crazy in the least bit. Not at all. All right, Louie. Hey, Trey, thanks to you, I've become obsessed with learning as much as I can when it comes to stocks. I want to ask when the right time to sell a stock is, so you aren't too late or too early. Thanks. That is a great question, man. So taking profits looks different in every single scenario. So, for instance, with AGTC, right, there's a couple different ways you can play this out. You can play out AGTC as a swing trade, right? There's a lot of potential there, in which case it just depends on how much profit you're looking for. So think about this. If you get a 10% return on your portfolio 8 times, you double your count. You get a 10% return on your portfolio 12 times, you triple it. So if you keep stacking those 10% days, it's not exciting, right? It's not as exciting, but nickel and dime over time, you can double, triple, quadruple your account before you know it, right? Just by getting those little wins. So if you want to swing trade something, I think 10, 20, 30% is a very solid day, right? And you're going to have those days where you hit 100%. That's awesome, but you're not always going to have those. So to set, that realistic, that expectation for, that every single trade is going to be like that, that's just not the case. So take profits when it looks like, hey, I'm up right now. I'm going to take profits on half, let the other half ride. There's nothing wrong with that at all. That's totally my perspective. Long-term stocks is a little bit different. Long-term stocks, if you believe in something, the price to me is psychological. So if a stock is down that I truly believe in, such as MVIS, right, I don't sell. I don't take profits because I believe in them long-term. So that's a different situation. I see people saying that CCIV is moving up 2.43% here in the regular market hours. That looks good. It broke out of a descending level of resistance here. We got a nice wide range candle signifying that we have broken away from that. That looks very solid. Beautiful. I like that a lot. I am bullish on CCIV. If that merger happens with Lucid, this is going to be a competitor with Tesla, in my opinion. And it does look like we found a bottom here. And a George W. We got the double bottom. The George W. Drop it. Drop it in the comments, my friends. Drop that George W. in the comments. You already know what it is. Come on. I want to see it. Drop a George W. and some gorillas down in the comment section, my friends, because AGTC has got that nice, filthy double bottom rocking right now. Thank you, Debs. I appreciate that. MTY Gray. After watching Laid Back Camp anime, E-Hang is flying. Man. Laid Back Camp. I gotta check that out. Yeah, EH is moving, man. This is way, way oversold. It should not have sold off as much as it did. That was just panic selling at its finest. To see us swing in points from 70 down to 13 in a day is insane. That is monumental. You do not see that happen very often. I see people saying that CTRM is moving. Oh, yeah, there we go. So it does look like we found a bottom. A little bit of barcoding, not a lot of volume coming in. Low volume days on red days is not bad to me. In fact, I actually look for that. So that looks good. we've got what looks to be the bottom of this CTRM sell-off. I did say in my previous video that this is an opportunity for people to get into the stock for cheap, and all that we're looking for is a break above this descending level of resistance. The first level that we're going to want to break through is this one. We've got another descending level of resistance right here. So push over, I would say, $1.28. We'll get this back into that bullish territory, microscopically speaking. Thank you, John. I appreciate that, my friend. Hustle in silence. Can you check PRTY? I'll take a peek at PRTY. No problem, my man. Good stuff. So PRTY, as it's sitting right now, looking at the 1 month chart, they're on a ascending level of support right now. Setting higher lows, higher highs. That looks pretty good technically. Pretty consistent volume outside of this day, which had a pretty nice push. RSI is at 44. I like that candle wick. That is, to me, a shooting star candlestick pattern, which is a, typically a bullish reversal sign. I don't mind a buy-in right now. That looks like a pretty safe buy-in. The 15 EMA is starting to gap up over the 200 EMA as well, so I like that a lot. I would say it's a pretty safe buy. I like that. All right. TXMD up 7%. Yeah, that looks good. TXMD is moving. It's got a beautiful little dip right here. Moved up, bounced off that nicely. On the level 2s, that is a lot of sellers. $2 is going to be hard to push. We're going to need a lot of volume to push through $2. So watch for that $2. There's a lot of sellers above $2. A lot of buyers waiting about $1.96 though. So that should be a nice level of support, a good buy wall. It'll trade pretty tight for a while until it gets a hard push in either direction. I think it's going to trade sideways for a little bit. What does the 8K4 mean? Filed on the 15th for AMC. Just saw it on press releases on Webull. Let's check it out. So let me pull this up here real quick. George W. All right. I got to scan this real quick and just see what they're talking about. Edgar Online via Comtex. Securities and Exchange. Typically this happens when an institutional buy into a company. AMC Entertainment. Man, they don't need all this junk. I just want to see who bought in. One second, guys. Let me just scan. I'm looking for the company. Typically, an 8K is working with another company to get shares. Let me see if there's a better source. Because I don't want to scan through that whole 8K. That's going to take a while. New term loan facility agreement. Entered into a 140 pound million and 296 euro million term loan facility agreement. So that's to repay Odeon's obligations under existing revolving credit facility. So they're basically repaying credit, from my understanding. So that's not bad. They enter into new loan agreements totaling $554 million. I don't know. So are they getting a loan for $554 million? Okay. So let me read this off real quick. What we're seeing right now is this. AMC, wholly owned subsidiary Odeon Cinemas, has signed up new term loan agreements for GBP 140 million, which is $194.9 million, and Euro 296 million. The net proceeds will be used to repay in full Odeon's obligations under an existing revolving credit facility, according to a statement. The remaining net proceeds will be used for general corporate purposes. The term loan facility has a maturity of 2.5 years from the date on which it's first drawn. Interest charge will be 10.75% per annum during the first year and 11.25% thereafter. So, net proceeds will be used to repay in full Odeon's obligations. So I think this is AMC paying back Odeon, from my understanding. That would be my 2 cents there. How is this influencing the stock price? That'll tell you a lot. So it hasn't influenced the stock price much at all. I don't think people are paying much attention to this. But we got a George W right there. That looks pretty good. Down 2% here on the day. Got a pretty big buy wall sitting about $5.45. Not a lot happening here right now. So we're looking for that hold over 545 if it does end up coming down to that. And a pretty big sell wall sitting about 560. So that's what we're looking at right now in terms of levels of support and resistance on AMC. As I anticipated, it's a pretty flat day. Not much happening. Not a lot of volume pumping. We really need that volume to come back. Otherwise, it's just going to keep trading sideways. Gotta look into huge. Yes. Huge. It's going to be huge. All right, let's look at the 1 month setup here. Dang. The retracement was kind of ugly, I'm not going to lie. That's a pretty gross retracement. Volume is down. It looks like it might be the bottom, but I'm not sold. I'm not sold yet. I want to see a reversal. We haven't gotten a candlestick reversal for me. This is either going to trade sideways or keep bleeding until we get that candlestick reversal. I see people dropping SENS in the comments. Is SENS starting to move again? SENS looks like it is. It's down about 4% here on the day, but that's not bad. I'm not sweating that whatsoever. It's found a nice bottom. We got a two lows, high close candlestick pattern here, which is very nice. A two lows, high close, if you're curious, is when you have a high open, low close red candle, followed by a low open, high close green candle, matching at or close to the previous candle. That is typically an indicator of an upcoming bullish reversal, which it does look like we have the beginning of. We have the beginning also of an upward trend line, an ascending level of support. 15 MA is still trading underneath the 200 EMA, so we want to see that reversal, get that 15 MA back up to get it back into some bullish territory. But this was extremely oversold. On the RSI, it hit 13, so that's nasty. Keep it up, Trey. Don't forget your 1 hour break. I appreciate that, man. 2021 a stock odyssey. To the moon, baby. To the moon. Guys, I got to show you this. I think I posted on my Twitter. This is pretty sick. Somebody made the, maybe it was Sandollar. Maybe Sandollar made this for me. I thought this looked pretty cool, so I want to show you. An odyssey. That's sick. I dig that a lot. Yes, sir. I'm going to get a drink real quick, guys. I'll be right back. I do want to stay hydrated. I got to stay hydrated, my friends. All right, guys, we got a little bit of a reward system going on here. It's a cash back. We're giving a little cash back. We got a cup of water. Finish that. I get a Diet Coke. You guys already know what it is. I'm drinking water. All right, Trey froze Uami. That'd be hilarious. I don't think I have that much influence, guys. I'm not going to say that's the case. I'm not a financial advisor. Man, look at EH go. This thing is going to gap hard. Holy crap. It is coming hard. It is really getting ready to come back up to these previous levels. Look at this candle, guys. That is a disgusting candle. EH is doing some nasty stuff right now. That is dirty. Look at the volume pumping in on this right now. This is so atypical compared to the usual volume. It has seen 25 million in total volume so far. Compared to a usual day, it's already higher. That is the most volume you've seen on this in a minute. That is crazy. That is absolutely insane. Jeez. Gorilla Gang, smash the like button. Thank you, PLBMCK. You're the man, baby. I love that. Uami still halted, I'm guessing. We're going to take a quick peek. That's Uami. Man, this is so nasty. It's got that nice ascending level of support. If you want to get in on this, guys, I don't mind that. I don't mind buying in at this point. Macroscopically speaking, it's at 46 on the RSI, so it's still drastically oversold compared to where it was before. And if you end up getting in on this ascending level of support, you see a pullback to, $67. I think that's pretty safe. I wouldn't mind that at all. If I had some dry powder, I would definitely buy in right now, but I do not. I am pretty well capped out at this current moment. These are the positions that I currently have. I'm not sure if you're able to see this or not. I am in Sensonics. I've got 4 call options, expiration of 5.5, a strike of 5.5 expiring on 19 March. Then I have shares of Sensonics as well. I've got 4 call options on AGTC at 7.5, expiring 19 March. 800 shares of Whammy, and then 422 shares of AMC on Webull. I also have more shares over on my other brokerage account. All right. Gonna read off some of the super chats and scroll down to the bottom. Thank you, Inky. Thank you, Martin. Thank you to John Doe, Milo, Sidekickology, Milo again. Trey, glad to see your channel blow up. Could you check out the short volume on ADXS and your thoughts on ADXS? So I will check that out real quick here. So we'll pull up ADXS here on Ortex to give you guys the best information that I have available. Guys, if you've been following the channel for a while, you know that I was not very I shouldn't say bullish, but I was skeptical of Bitcoin for a long time. I finally broke. I've got a position in Bitcoin. I've got 0.26 Bitcoin, worth about $12,843. So, I guess even an old dog sometimes learns new tricks. Here we are. So, we're going to check out ADXS here. Not crazy short interest. Utilization of about 40.74%. It is higher than it was previously, but the cost to borrow is about 7.65. Percentage of free float on loan, that is low. That's what catches my eye. That's a low free float. So that should drive some volatility. I can see that driving volatility, but the utilization is nothing crazy. That's not a crazy utilization rate by any means. But the chart setup, let's take a peek at that real quick. Let us take a shook at this. You've got a nice ascending level of support. That looks really nice. I think a good buying point is going to be on this level of support, about $1.12. This is very bullish. Big gap between the 15 EMA and the 200 EMA. That looks very nice to me. I'm going to scroll out here so we can get a view of the RSI. Currently trading at 50. That is perfect. I don't mind buying it right there at all. That's pretty neutral. That seems safe to me. I like that setup a lot. And we do have a little bit of a squeeze down in price action right here. So I would anticipate sometime within the next 3 days, you'll see it run pretty hard. What happens if the hedges keep FTD on AMC and in GameStop? It could end up... To be honest with you, my friend, I think the squeeze at this point is just not set up. It's we've got the numbers, right? The short numbers are there, but we don't have the volume. So that, to me, that's not the concern as of right now. My concern is that people aren't trading this stock. Everybody's holding, nobody's buying, right? So until we get people to buy into this, it's just not going to move. We really need the volume. Without the volume on AMC, it's stuck. It's just stuck. We need either A, the volume to come back for a squeeze, B, we need an Amazon acquisition, which is possible, right? There's a lot of things leading towards the fact that that could happen, or C, you gotta play this long term. Either of those three scenarios could happen. I find the third one to be the most likely, the second one, the second most likely, and the squeeze probably the least likely as of right now. All right, so AGTC, sitting at about $8.76. It has pulled back here a little bit, still up about 8.55% on the day. Dropped down to a new level of support, about $8.59. On the level twos, we've got a pretty big buy wall, sitting at about 872. So that should act as a good level of support in the short term. And a big sell wall at about $8.85 or so. Broke down this ascending level of support back here. So we're going to delete that. That is no longer being respected. We can come back to that macroscopically in a little bit, but I'm still bullish on AGTC, guys. This is a pretty solid opportunity to buy in if you're looking for one. That does not look bad in the least bit to me. We're looking at this on the 1 month chart. Look at the RSI. Still sitting at 62, right? So it is a little bit overbought, but the volume is insane today. That is a crazy amount of volume. So far in the first hour, we have seen 6 million total shares traded. That is a large, large number. Like that a lot. All right. Can you please check what's up with Fintel reporting that UBS bought AMC shares at an average price per share of 2K plus? Really? What? I haven't heard that. UBS. Let's see if we can find that. Ownership, filings. Is it under the SEC filings? On the 17th. Entry into a material definitive agreement, financial statements and exhibits, creation of a direct financial obligation or obligation under an off-balance sheet arrangement, 8K form. So the most recent thing that I'm seeing is Odeon. On February 15th, Odeon Group Limited, a wholly owned subsidiary of AMC Entertainment Holdings, entered into a new term loan facility agreement by and among Odeon, the subsidiaries, yada, 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 yada. Approximately $90 million and $13 million of the net proceeds from the term loan facility will be used to repay in full Odeon's obligations. So that's what I've seen so far. I don't see that UBS thing. If you wouldn't mind sharing a link with me, that would help me out a lot. Thank you, my man. I appreciate that. 13F and fund filings table. All right, I'll look there. Thanks, I appreciate that. Let me look back up here. 13F and fund filings. Guys, I gotta get my wisdom teeth pulled, man. I've got one that grew in sideways and it keeps rubbing the side of my mouth. Ah, that's painful. I'm not seeing it right now, my friend. I apologize. I apologize that I'm not seeing that, but if you wouldn't mind dropping a link, that would help out. I appreciate that. Is Whammy trading again? I think I see people talking about Whammy. Let's check this out. Still not trading. Whammy is still halted. Nobody really knows why it's halted as of now. I'm not sure why it's not moving. That's actually surprising to me. All right. Can I check out Rolls-Royce? So, maybe down the road the stock has some potential, but as of now, oh, actually it's moving a little bit. Wow. This is the first sign of life that I've seen out of Rolls-Royce in a minute. So, the chart setup, it looks like we might have found the absolute bottom. Volume is starting to pick up here, which looks good. This is an OTC market stock, so it's lagging a little bit behind what I have available here on Webull. I'm not sure what it's up to right now, but it's pretty drastically overbought, so I'd wait for some sort of pullback. I bet you'd pull back about 50%. So if we just look at that, what that looks like, about $1.46. If you want to buy into it, I'm not going to personally buy into Rolls-Royce. I think there's some better plays out there, but I'd have to look into it a little bit closer. I haven't done a lot of DD on this. That's not a stock that's typically on my radar. Hey, no problem, Keith. No problem. EH, there was not a lot of risk involved with EH. I think there's still a lot of potential. On the RSI, on the 1 month, it was so low, guys. This was so oversold. If you buy in at a bad point right now, I can almost guarantee you, this is going to run for a couple of days. I feel very, very confident in the fact that EH will run for a couple of days. Because that was a bad hit piece, that was a false hit piece, and people are going to be looking for blood getting into this and trying to milk this for what it's got. That's a huge, huge opportunity. Huge opportunity for sure. Oh, Zoma had a public offering? There we go. There we go. That's good. Direct offerings aren't bad. So if we look at the news, look at this. Look at this. I love seeing that. I love, what a stupid title. That's so good. 9 meme stocks that social media won't shut up about. Guys, we gotta read this. We gotta read this. You can't see it. You can't see a title like that and not read it. 9 meme stocks that social media won't shut up about. This is such a Squidward. What a Squidward article. Tread carefully with these meme stocks. Some of them's not even a meme stock. These hit pieces are so stupid. Man. With meme stocks, meme culture has finally hit Wall Street. What's a meme stock? In short, a stock popular with millennial-aged retail traders that trades more on hype than its underlying fundamental values. This hype could be generated on Reddit's Wall Street Bets forum. Get out of here. Reddit's Wall Street Bets is not pumping Zome. What a bunch of crap. What a bunch of crap. I just get such a kick out of these hit pieces. And you know what's sad, guys? Is there are people out there that don't really understand investing. Like, they just don't do the DD, right? And they're going to get scammed by this crap. Zome has actual potential. There's actual potential in Zome. And Nokia. Nokia also has potential. Jaguar Health also has potential. I don't really like Naked that much. Palantir has potential. CCIV has an insane amount of potential. Are you seriously calling CCIV a meme stock? Are you seriously? Are you gotta be joking? Who's this joker? Who's this joker? Thomas Neal? Thomas Neal, I'm gonna find you on Twitter. Thomas Neal, you silly chicken. What are you doing? What are you doing, Thomas? What are you doing, Thomas? I don't know if that's him. I want to find this man. What is your name? What is your name, Thomas? You've got to have your social media on here. You've got to have your Twitter on here. Thomas Neal. I'm going to search you. Thomas Neal. Is it you? Senior Research Associate. Harvard. Is this a stock guy? I can't find him, but if I could, I'd be tweeting at him, because that's a weird thing to say. CCIV a meme stock? I don't know what that guy's smoking. It's some good stuff though. Interesting. TLRY or AFA. Also, MVIS is in news on benzinga.com. I love MVIS, man. MVIS is gonna keep rocking. I personally, I don't invest in cannabis. I'm not allowed to in the Army. I think technical wise, TLRY is set up a little bit better. We just have this crossover on the 15 MA over the 200 EMA. That one looks like it's got more room to run, and it hasn't run as much. AFA is a little bit cheaper, but the technical setup, it's already begun a little bit of a run and pullback. I like TLRY just a little bit better. I could be wrong, though. I could be wrong. Techstar, thank you for that, my man. Oh, Thomas Neal. That's the issue. All right, well, I'm going back. Thomas Neal. This Joker must not be on here. He's lucky. He's a lucky man. I'd be smoking him. Calling CCIV a meme stock. That guy's a meme. That guy's a meme stock. Silly chicken. What the heck? What the heck? All right, so giving you guys an update here on EH. If you guys have a position here that still looks very nice, sitting at 52 on the RSI, starting to trade a little bit sideways, which isn't the end of the world. We've got a descending level of resistance right now. I gotta delete that. That's not what I wanted to do. But we've got a descending level of resistance, a little bit of squeeze down and price action happening right now. And I would say within the next couple minutes, you're gonna see a push pretty hard above this descending level of resistance. It's getting ready. For a wheatgrass shot? Oh, what a man. Watch it out for me. You know, this is for you. Little shot of water. Little shot of the agua. All right. Thank you, Nemo. Thank you, Edgar. I appreciate that, guys. Everybody that's dropping a super chat, that does mean a lot to me. And to everybody that's tuning in right now to the Traders Podcast, you're new here, welcome. It is great to have you guys. If you would not mind dropping a like on the video, welcome to the Gorilla Gang. Everybody that's a part of the Gorilla Gang, drop some gorillas. Show the new people here some love. It's absolutely great to have you as a part of the community. We were just checking out some stocks here, some live price action on some stocks that are moving. UAMI, still halted. AGTC is at about $8.69, doing a little bit of trading sideways. But nonetheless, they are still setting higher lows and higher highs, respectively speaking. Got a pretty solid buy wall sitting at about $8.60. That should act as a nice level of support on the level 2s here. And pretty decent sell wall sitting at about $8.74 in the immediate. So we're trading in a pretty tight price zone. Click his name on the article. Oh, you guys really want to see me follow through with this, huh? You guys really want to see me follow through with this? Oh, there we go. Thomas Neal. Thomas Neal is a freelance writer. You've got to have a Twitter here. There we go. Now we got something. All right, Investor Place. Thomas Neal. Oh, I got to screenshot this too. I got to screenshot this silly article that we just read. Where was that article? I got to pull it back up. I think it was under, it was under Zomedica. So I got to pull up this article. I got to take a screenshot of the silliness. The absolute joke. What an absolute joke. Joker. Just an absolute joker. So I'm going to save this picture here really quick. Thomas Neal is a joker. All right, coming back here to Twitter. Thomas Neal, your hit piece on Zome and CCIV is outrageously outrageous. Some of those, sure. CCIV, come on, man. And I gotta share a picture. Oh, you got real Thomas Neal. That's it. That's it, huh? All right, so I'm gonna come back and retweet that then. I gotta retweet that. So I'm gonna come over here to my tweets and replies. I'm gonna copy this message and delete this, and then I'll retweet it. You guys rock. What was that called again? Investor Place. All right. Investor Place and real Thomas Neal. There we go. Really misleading some people here. We don't like that. That's a bad hit piece. Bad hit pieces should not exist. That should not happen. No good. Absolute clown. Man, no good. No good. All right, nothing but respect. I'm sure he's made some good calls, but that was a bad call. That was a bad call, man. I don't like that call, Thomas. That is not what you want to do. That is just tricking some people. All right, so coming back to the live chat here. What was the last stock you were talking about? Brandon. I'm not entirely sure what it was. I'm gonna be honest with you. Do you remember what the premise was? If you can remind me what the premise was, that'll help out. ONTX, I'll take a quick peek. ONTX looks pretty solid. Holy Toledo, it's up 30% today. Nasty. That's nasty, dude. Nice ascending level of support. Huge, insane volume here today. We've seen 144 freaking million shares in the first hour of the day, which is absolutely crazy. That is huge volume. Absolutely love that. Dang. That's huge. Huge gap between the 15 EMA, 200 EMA, 75 on the RSI, so I wouldn't buy in yet. I would wait for a small pullback. It does look like it's going to respect this ascending level of support. So if you want to buy in for a swing, like a day swing, $155, $160 looks pretty good. Hey, Eli Groff, I'm glad you brought that up because that was just stupid. That was not a good article. That was like, I'm a really easygoing guy, my friends. I genuinely try to spread peace, positivity, and love, and I respect people that do that. But when you see stupid stuff, that should not exist. That was a bunch of garbage. EH right now looking pretty solid. So it's forming a little bit of a bullish flag formation here. So we're going to change up the drawing a little bit. This is what we're looking at. It's got to do something in the next minute here. This is a very pivotal minute. Oh, perfect. Thank you for sharing that that link. I appreciate that. Look at 13F and scroll down. 13F, fund filings. Look at 13F. Oh, there we go. I think that's a typo. That makes no sense at all. I mean, that's obviously not possible. I take Fintel with a grain of salt now. I take Fintel with a huge, huge grain of salt. Because a lot of the stuff that they talk about, guys, the numbers that they put out, they've changed over time. So, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Obviously, that's not true. I take that with a grain of salt. That to me is a typo. All right, Kyle, seen your stream this morning from yesterday and that you love Skyrim. Check your Insta, my guy. Dude, I will. I get a lot of messages on Instagram, so I apologize if I haven't answered any. I'll pull this up right now in case any of you want to check it out. I don't usually talk about stock stuff over there. That's just more of my regular life. Just posting pictures of my girl and things that I'm doing. That's my girlfriend. Her name's Sarah, in case you're wondering. We took a picture next to a duck on Valentine's Day. Very nice day. But, yeah, that's what we're looking at right here. So if you want to check that out, that's my page. But if not, I don't really care. That's cool too, my friends. I'll check that out after the stream, though. Thank you, my friend. Hey, thank you, Spinu. I did end up finding it. I think that's a bunch of junk. I don't think that's legit. Obviously, we couldn't see a purchase price on AMC of $2,000. I don't know what AMC is doing right now so far. It's down about 3.5% on the day. We broke through this buy wall at about 545. So now the next one is at 540. Not enough volume. There's no volume here. This is going to keep trading sideways or bleeding until we get more volume to step in here. That's why it's being shorted. AGTC, people are telling me to take a look. Coming down a little bit, but it's still up on the day, 5.8%. I'm not sweating. I don't mind that at all. I am very bullish on AGTC. I'm going to be riding this out through the ups and the downs. This stock isn't going to continuously go up, my friends. If you're looking for an opportunity to buy in, it is finally doing a little bit of a pullback. I mean, look at this growth. Look at this growth. This is at $6.62 not that long ago. And it hasn't really retraced that much yet. It did a little bit of a retracement down to about 50%, and we saw a bounce. So this could be the low. I think $8.16 is probably about as low as it's going to go. You might see it retest that, and we'll have to wait and see, but I don't see it dropping much lower. Very, very bullish on that. All right. Where did that go? I was going to read off something. All right, good morning, Uami. 1 minute candles on Webull show a drop to 168 on Uami from a major sell-off. So the reason you're seeing that on Uami is because it's not moving right now. It's actually trading at $2. So if you see this, it's at $2. There's just no trading happening right now. And I don't know why. I don't know what the reason is, but that's what we're looking at right now. Personally. I do love PTE, says Brandon. Brandon, you'd be correct. I do love PTE. Luke, thank you for the super chat. I have 2 stacks. Trey, where should it go? Keep up the good work. Appreciate that, my friend. So personally, I know that MVIS is on a red day right now, and this is my favorite stock in the entire market. I think it's going to be a huge buying opportunity. I think MVIS is going to continue to run. It broke through this ascending level of support right here. So my conviction is that you're going to see it retest this ascending level of support down here at about 1950. So if you see it hit 1950, that is a good buying opportunity. To me, MVIS is going to be a $100 stock at the end of the year. I have done so much reading on that. That is easily my favorite company in the market. Just bought it SENS at 4.9. That's a good buying point. I can't believe how hard that retraced. That was a harsh retracement. But I don't mind that at all. That's a good entry point, for sure. I think there's a lot of upside with Sensonics, especially if they get approval for their 180-day continuous glucose monitoring system, their Eversense, right? They have a 90-day system approved by the FDA, and if they get that 180-day one, that is going to be unrivaled because the Dexcom system only monitors your glucose for about a 10-day period at a time. So that's huge. All right. Yes, I'm drinking Diet Coke. I drank my water. So now I'm drinking some Coke. That's how she goes, baby. That's how she goes. But I'm very bullish on Sensonics. Right now it's trading sideways. Not a lot of volume pumping into the stock, but I don't mind trading sideways. Low volume on a little bit of a drop, right, isn't a bad thing. Consolidation favors buyers, without a doubt. Silly chickens are only good for eating. Oh, baby. I love eating silly chickens. Silly chickens taste the best, without a doubt. Thomas, AZRX and Biol. I will cover one of those. I will cover AZRX. I want to be respectful of everybody else. If you guys would only request one ticker at a time, that does mean a lot. I don't want to disrespect anybody that drops a super chat, just so I can get to everybody, the most people that I can. So thank you for that. I hope you understand, my friend. We'll take a quick peek here. It's on a nice ascending level of support, a good upward moving channel, and previously it does look like we're seeing a squeeze down in price action. I would anticipate sometime within the next 2 days that it's going to have a hard push. And since macroscopically speaking, this is bullish, right? We see the 15 MA trading over the 200 EMA. I would anticipate that you're going to see it push over this descending level of resistance. That would be pretty solid. Did I see pyramid scheme in comments, imposter of Trey? Oh, I know, man. I've banned that guy so many times, but he just keeps coming. He just keeps coming. It's crazy. Can I check Tesla? Yes, I can. So Tesla has actually been trading pretty sideways for a while. It's actually surprising. They're cooling off. In the short term, they're cooling off. I mean, you got to keep in mind the fact that how much they've grown over the last 3 months. So for them to trade a little bit sideways right now, I don't think it's the end of the world. They may have broken this level of support, though. I think if it ends up pulling back, it's let's see. I mean, they really haven't had any sort of pullback in a while. And I think they're due. You're looking for a bounce here at that 50%, which is $770. Right now they're trading at 778. So if you see a bounce over 770, that to me would indicate that's probably the bottom. That's my 2 cents on Tesla. It's very oversold right now. Look at this on the 1 month chart. It's at 29. This is a good buying opportunity. This is about as good of a buying opportunity as you're going to have on the stock. So I'm going to check my Twitter here really quick. Coming from Spinu. He says, check your Twitter. I messaged you. I'm going to check this out. Spinal Exandrum. Yeah, so I saw that, my friend, but I don't think that's legit. Like, they obviously couldn't buy that at a price of $2,357. I think that's a typo. That doesn't make any sense at all. I don't know how that would be possible. I take that with a grain of salt. I don't buy that. I don't buy that personally. I can check CTRM. Thank you, my friend. To everybody tuning in, welcome to the Traders Podcast. It is great to have you here. CTRM is moving on a downward channel right now. So they've got a descending level of support and a descending level of resistance. This is what we call a downward channel, right? Because you've got both the support and resistance levels moving down. So that's a downward moving channel. We've got the 3 touch points on both ends, which is what we look for a respective level of support or resistance. What we're looking for is a break above this descending level of resistance to move back into bullish territory. But I'm still bullish on CTRM. I am. I think they've got a lot of solid potential. I think it's got potential for a squeeze. I think what you're seeing right now is shorting, right? This is a picture-perfect short ladder. It's getting shorted hard. Look at the volume. The volume tells a lot. The volume on the upticks, there was a lot of green volume. Volume on this downtick, there's not anywhere near as much volume coming out. That indicates to me that people are still holding their positions. This is an investor stock to me, not a trader stock. Not a trader stock at all. All right, thank you, Ronald. Well, Ryan reached 100 a share. Trying to determine when to close my position. So I have not done a ton of DD on Riot. I'm going to be honest with you. The most that I know is that currently they're not a profitable company, but as long as Bitcoin continues to do well, Riot will also continue to do well. So I think it's very realistic and possible to say that maybe a year from now, right by the end of the year, I could see very easily hitting $100. I mean, look at the growth. Look at this. They went from $19 to 74 in like 10 days. I think it's very possible. I think it's very possible, for sure. If they keep that same rate of growth, that's going to be dependent on Bitcoin continuing its run that it's been on. Hey man, organic bodybuilding's got it right. The shorts love the market dump. Don't sell your stuff. Don't sell on red days. We buy the dips, we sell the rips, guys. That is how we play it. That is how we play it. I'm telling you. We as investors and traders are the only people on the planet that will buy something overvalued and then sell it immediately after undervalued. It's like going to a new car lot, right? I buy a brand new Honda CR-V for $30,000, and then the same day I go and I sell it to somebody for $5,000. Who would do that? That doesn't make any sense at all. It makes no sense whatsoever. So don't do that. Don't do that, my friends. Don't sell on red days. You buy on red days. That's the money. That's the trick. Get the FOMO out. Get the FOMO out. Don't chase stuff. There's always opportunities in the market, right? You want to find the plays that are getting ready to run, not the ones that have already run. That's exactly the money. EH check. I'm seeing some people request EH, so we're going to move over here really quick. So EH is looking pretty solid. They did end up breaking below this ascending level of support with a wide range candle, but they are still on an upward moving channel nonetheless. So we're setting higher lows and higher highs. We got the squeeze over this descending level of resistance here with that wide range candle. So I like that. And it does look like, as I said, we are setting higher lows and higher highs. We're in a nice upward moving channel as of right now. I think you're going to be watching for a break over this level of resistance at that $74 or that $75 range. So watch for that. Got a pretty big buy wall sitting at about $67. So that should act as a nice level of support here in the meantime. No large sell walls in particular. Biggest one is sitting at $67.50. So it's trading pretty tight. That's a tight window for sure. All right. Gonna check out AGTC here really quick and then see if Whammy is trading again. AGTC is up 2% on the day. At one point they hit 966. So they've dropped off a little bit here. But it is being pretty oversold. If you look at this on the 1 month chart, I would anticipate that the RSI is dropping. It's at 54. So this looks like a pretty safe buying opportunity. I know I said that last time as well. We can't always anticipate a bottom, but what we can anticipate is candlestick patterns. So we're waiting for an engulfing candlestick pattern. This is not it. That's not an engulfing candlestick pattern. We have not gotten it yet. So we're looking for that confirmed bounce. We want that bounce to signify that we have in fact found the bottom. So watch for that bounce on AGTC to signify that we are back in some bullish momentum. Still in a downward moving channel. Whammy is still not trading. We're going to come over here to Sensonics. Sensonics was down 4% last time we checked, and right now it's sitting down about 5%. Not a lot of volume pumping into this right now. Very, very quiet day. RSI trading at about 46. Very quiet day. That's surprising. I thought you'd see more happening. Can I check out GHIV? Yes, I sure can, my man. Oh, look at that nasty George. Look at that Georgie. Look at that Georgie. Look at that George W. Holy Toledo. This is getting ready to rip. That is getting so ready to rip. It's on a clean upper moving channel right now. That looks nasty. It's got this descending level of resistance that we broke through. We didn't quite get the wide range candle, which I'd like to see, but it's getting ready. We've got a couple confirmations here. So we broke this descending level of resistance. We've got the double bottom, the George W. This is, it's a little bit overbought. It's at 70 on the RSI. So this would be a ride the momentum kind of swing, but it does look like it has some potential nonetheless. Personally, I would wait for a pullback to that $19 range. Under 19 bucks looks a lot safer. So just be careful. Be careful buying this. Let's look at the 1 month chart. 65, yeah. So it's a little risky buying in, but it looks like we're getting ready to rip. So if you do decide to get into this, just tread carefully. But I think it's getting ready. I think it looks like it's going to run. Thank you, Ashton. Thank you, Sandollar. I love it. I'm going to read off some of these super chats and scroll down to the bottom. Give me 1 sec here. Man, you guys are overwhelming. I love it. I love it. Feelings on Apple, not been doing well since I started buying shares. Should I buy more? Apple is always going to be Apple, my friend. That's a stock where you just got to set it and forget it. Because Apple is always going to continuously grow. Think macroscopically, right? Think macroscopically. If you look at this macroscopically speaking, it's one of those slow and steady growers. It's one that you just don't want to check. It'll give you a couple percent every month. That's my 2 cents there. Zoom is just, from my understanding, I heard they had a direct offering. They also had a hit piece come out. So it was 4 days ago, so I don't think it would affect it here today. Full exercise of over-allotment option by underwriter. It must be this. A veterinary health company creating point of care, yada yada, today announced that the underwriter of its previously announced public offering has exercised in full its over-allotment option to purchase an additional 13.6 million common shares of Zomedica at a price to the public of $1.90 per share. Less underwriting discounts and commissions. So that's my take. It's probably because of this this direct offer. It will come back up. It will come back up. Since the direct offering was at $1.90, investors are gonna pull out of the stock because they think the stock is only worth $1.90. So I wouldn't worry. I wouldn't worry. That's an opportunity to buy. Buy the dips, sell the rips. Don't be scared of red days, guys. I promise you. I promise you. That is the secret. That's the secret sauce. The secret formula. Oh, it's SWN? I'm bullish on SWN. I've actually had a position here in the past. Their growth has been insane. They've had some nice growth here in the past. I got some free stock through these guys in Webull when I signed up for my brokerage account. They've been moving really nice. I only had like 5 shares, so I sold it, but it's been moving nice. For sure, without a doubt. All right. So, what we're looking at right now, we have a nice ascending level of support. 56 on the RSI, very consistent volume. Consistent volume means that this is an investor stock. It's going to be predictable, which is good. 15 EMA is trading over the 200 EMA. We had the crossover back here about what would have been 10 or 12 days ago. Alex bullish. I would wait for an entry point on a pullback, somewhere between 437 and maybe 443. I saw that. Thank you, Mike. Johnny, CTRM update and entry points. I will check that out right now. So I am bullish on CTRM. If you have not been able to catch any of my videos, CTRM right now is having a pullback. They ran for about 5 straight days, and unfortunately, stocks do not only go up, they also come down. And CTRM is having a pullback. And that's okay. So if we look at the strength of the pullback, we can just take a quick peek right now. In terms of retracement, we're seeing it retrace down to about 61.8%. I would imagine it's retracing pretty hard because it's a heavily shorted stock. The short interest and the utilization on this, I should say, is 100%, meaning there's zero available lendable shares to short. So that's why you're seeing some pretty harsh downward pressure on this. That affects the stock price a lot. I saw somebody say that PETZ is moving, and I did anticipate this happening, guys. Money. So that was the buying opportunity, guys. If you were able to get that at 663, like I mentioned, we got a George W here. Beautiful formation. It is up hard right now, up to 1380. You would already have doubled up your money. You'd be up about 120% right now. That is nice. That is beautiful. Woo! Dang. That's good. Thoughts on LAIX? I will check that out right now. So we will go here for another 5 minutes or so, and then we were going to wrap up the stream. So right now what we're looking at is we had a little bit of some downward pressure. I'm going to adjust this just a hair. Descending level of resistance. We're looking for a little bit of a push above this descending level of resistance to me. Right now it's just trading sideways. Not a lot of volume coming in here. Pretty consolidation-esque. Until we get that volume, it's just going to keep trading sideways. That's my 2 cents there. I know, man. Mike, I try. I really do try to like water. It's so hard. It's so hard. I just can't do it. I can't do it. I've tried. All right, gonna check out UAMI here really quick. I am really surprised this is not trading yet. It is still not moving. Still froze. Dang. Hey, Trey, love your energy. Thoughts on ABEO? High short interest as percentage of daily average. Unjustified sell-off. Seems to have hit support area. I'll check out ABEO quick. So what I'm seeing here as of now is it broke beneath this level of descending support. You see that wide range candle broke beneath it, right? And that is why you're seeing a really harsh sell-off technically wise, right? Because it couldn't hold that support level. So right now it's just selling off. You're looking for a bottom. On the RSI, it's 20. So this is being very, very oversold. I think it's a solid buying opportunity, but I want to wait until you see a good engulfing candlestick pattern saying that we found the bottom. So another green candle that follows up with this red candle and closes higher than the previous one, that's what would indicate you found the bottom. So once you see that, I would feel pretty comfortable with a buy-in at that point. All right. I have a position in GameStop, but I don't see it going anywhere. Thoughts on GME? Should I sell it and get more AMC instead? Love from Norway, my dude. Enjoying the stream. Thank you, my man. So I am more bullish on AMC than GameStop solely because GameStop did not capitalize on the fact that their stock was trading at $500 at one point. They didn't raise any money. They could have done a lot with that money, guys. And honestly, I hate to say it, but I love GameStop. I love GameStop so much. It's so nostalgic for me. It's a company that really made me happy for a long time. It was like going to the candy store. But I think they're gonna go bankrupt. I hate to say it, but I like AMC more. I think there's more potential in AMC long term, whereas GameStop I don't think has the same amount of potential. I see people saying cloud commerce. It's still down on the day, isn't it? Is SNPW also down? Yeah, she's getting smoked. Dang. Both of these are getting crushed. Gonna check out AGTC here really quick and just see if there's any new developments. Up 3.66% on the day. So it does look like we might have found a bottom here. We've got a nice wide range candle, beginning of a little cup. I don't like the wicks on top of these candles, though. That may indicate that this is going to trade a little sideways or bleed a little bit longer. We need to break out of this descending level of resistance. It looks like we did, right? But we need to continue on this upward trend. So we've got the beginning of an upward trend right here. We want to follow through with that. All right, gonna recognize some of the people that dropped the chat here. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you to the Swag Samurai. XONE buying opportunity. Yes, I'm so bullish on XZone. Guys, if you did not catch my last video, ARK Invest bought into this company yesterday. That's a big deal. I'm not entirely sure why it's selling off so much. That's crazy. So they received a $1.6 million DoD contract for a mobile 3D printing factory. There's a lot of money tied in with the Department of Defense, the military, the Army, and ARK Invest is in this company. So I have no idea why it's selling off like this. That is very unwarranted in my opinion. And this has got to be very oversold on the RSI. 20. That is a huge buying opportunity. I would take advantage of that if you have dry powder. And you believe in the company. I believe in the company a lot. A lot. Can EH go back to 100s if it passes resistance? I think EH can. I think EH will just take some time to do it, but I totally think it can. Right now, it's sitting at $62. We've got the largest level of support sitting at 61.48 with 3,000 shares waiting to get filled. So we'll level that off right there. So we're looking for a hold over 61.48, no large sell wall. The ask is pretty small. A lot of buyers waiting to step in here. I think it's going to continue to run. It's just having a micro pullback. I mean, what I'm thinking about right away is SKCT. I think that was the ticker on this. SKCT. Maybe it was SCKT. Yeah, there it was. Socket Mobile. So Socket Mobile yesterday, before it had that crazy run, it ran up a little bit right away, traded sideways, and then it really started moving after that, right? So the same thing can definitely happen with EH. That's entirely possible, right? So right now what we're looking at with EH, ran up a little bit right away, right? Trading a little bit sideways, and it could continue very easily. We just need some volume to fall through. That's all it's going to take, guys. Hope your daughter's doing well. Also, Lacey, tell Carly I said hi. Hope all is good in the world. GSV. Yeah, man, I think it's just a red day in the market. We're going to double check on the NASDAQ again here, but a lot of stocks are selling off. NASDAQ is down about 1% today. So I do just think it's a red day in the market. That does seem to be the consensus. We'll check out the Dow. Dow is also... Well, that's not the Dow, is it? Well, nonetheless, we got the NASDAQ. Anyways, we're going to come back to GSV. It's a red day in the market. And what you're seeing is just a little bit of a sell-off. We look at this macroscopically speaking, this is probably an opportunity for you to buy into the stock if you believe in it. Retracement-wise, about 61.8%. We see some candle wicks. If you get a nice green candle that follows through, that's a good opportunity to buy. Volume is low. RSI is about 42. Low volume on a red day is a good thing. That means it's probably not being shorted heavily, and you're not seeing a lot of people step out. You like to see people hold on to their shares. Naked's moving. Did I see that? Yeah, it's up 3% on the day here. Oh, yeah, it's a pretty nice bounce. That's good. That's a pretty nice technical setup. We have the 15 EMA just crossed over the 200 EMA. The RSI sitting at 73. Pretty decent amount of buyers. Equal amount of sellers, though. Equal amount of sellers. That level of resistance at $1.34 is going to be tough. 61,000 sellers waiting to get their order filled. Volume's picking up, though. That's significant. This could be the beginning of a run. The volume is starting to pick. Is there any news? No news. So maybe this is just because it's an active stock. Most active stocks in the market right now are Sundial, ONTX, and Load. Is Sundial still moving pretty solid? I thought it was red. Yeah. Sundial's on a nice upward moving channel, though. So that looks nice. You've got an ascending level of support, an ascending level of resistance. Overall, it's setting higher lows and higher highs. That looks like it's moving. And you just had the 15 MA cross over the 200 EMA back in bullish territory. RSI is at 59. I don't mind a buy-in at this point on Sundial. I'm not bullish on Sundial personally. I don't invest in cannabis just because I'm not allowed to with the military, but I don't mind that at all. Sensonics is down 7% here on the day. This would be a good opportunity to buy if you missed out last. So it is a red day here for Sensonics. That is not the end of the world. I don't mind red days. Red days are the opportunity to buy for very cheap. So if you want to get into this stock right now, we haven't quite found a bottom yet. I don't feel comfortable saying we found a bottom, but it does look like it's being pretty drastically oversold. On the 1 month chart is at 45 on the RSI. That is a very harsh pullback. That is a change in points from 85 down to 45. That's a 40-point swing. That is a lot. So that's pretty drastic. I think you're going to see a bounce here probably by the end of day or in the after hours. That's how that's looking right now. Entry point for CCIV. I have a video out on that, my friends. So check that out after the live stream. I go into that in pretty good depth. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you to Victor. Atos. Bullish on Atos. It's got a very nice technical setup. The 15 EMA did just cross over the 200 EMA. The whole market's red right now. So I think it's just a red day across the board. Today is an opportunity to buy in if you want to do so. $3.30 looks like a good opportunity. I'm going to read out some of these super chats and wrap up this stream here. I will read down to, we're going to say, Ben Zimmerman. Ben Zimmerman, you will be the last comment that I read here. So, thank you to, got to scroll back up. Where is this? All right, Jordan. So, opinion on how many shares to buy for HCMC. My friend, I don't want to mislead you in any sort of way. HCMC, I think, is going to do pretty well with that Philip Morris lawsuit. It just comes down to how much risk you want to take. This is a micro cap stock. This is an OTC market stock. It's trading for less than a penny. So, if this goes back down to literally everything. So, whatever you put into this, you need to be comfortable with losing. That's my 2 cents there. Bonds. That looks pretty solid. It's on a nice ascending level of support right now. Volume's a little bit down today. It is a little red, but that's a good buying opportunity. The whole market is red right now. That's a good opportunity to get in for pretty cheap. 15 MA is crossed over the 200 MA, 52 on the RSI. Volume's down, not a lot of volatility. I'd buy in today. Hold it for a week, it'd look pretty solid. I don't know anything about the company. That's just based on the technical setup. Caliber. Can you check out BAOS and quickly glance over their financials? Thank you, Travis. I appreciate that, my friend. So, Baus. Oh, that was Daliber. My bad. Thank you, Daliber. Also, thank you, Travis, though. So, there's no financials on this company. They're very new. Oh, maybe there is. Wow. I mean, they're profitable. $15.99 million. That's not bad. What is their net income? Both green. Heck yeah, dude. That's a good setup. I always look for net income and gross profit. Both of those are in the green, and they're in the 2-digit millions. So that's not bad. I can see some opportunity here. Good buying opportunity. 55 on the RSI. You got a George W right there, so that's a double bottom. That looks pretty good. I feel pretty good about that. That's not bad. They IPO'd very, very recently. Will you be playing your options on SENS and AGTC, exercising at expiration date and then buying more contracts? How do you compound it? So, I will likely sell my SENS contracts and my AGTC contracts about a week before they expire. That's just my 2 cents. That's how I plan on playing it. And then I'm going to buy more contracts probably for April or May. That's how I plan on playing that out. I am very, very bullish on both those companies, Sensonics and AGTC. In fact, I think Sensonics, I'm going to pay a higher premium so that I can buy a contract for late 2021 or early January 2022. So that I can really capitalize on some gains. I'm willing to pay the extra premium so that I can, in the long term, make a pretty good killing on that. That's my 2 cents there. ONTX I have covered, but I will go over that one more time. It's a chase right now for my friends. I'd be very careful buying in. It does look like the beginning of a George W, though. Broke that that ascending level of support. So that's something, but we do have a nice double bottom bounce right there. That looks very nice. If you're looking for an entry point, it's a little bit risky. That's a little bit of a chase. But if you want to buy in at $1.55 here, that is the current level of support that we're looking at. But it's a chase. I'd be careful. There's risk involved here. I have not covered KNOS. I will take a quick peek at that right now. Bro, read this one last. I like your tat. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that. You know, tattoos are fun. They're not bad. I've got actually a full anime leg sleeve with a bunch of different characters from my favorite anime shows. I'll show you guys quick. I'll pull this up on my Instagram. I think I've got a video out on it. Let me see. Here we go. So this is the sleeve. I've got Luffy on the back of my calf, Shenron wraps around my whole leg. That's Naruto and Sasuke on my shin. Vegeta up here. There's Shenron. Asta from Black Clover. That was healing up, so it's a little scabby. But that's the Colossal Titan from Attack on Titan. Man, I'll tell you what, that was painful. Right on the booty. No fun, but it was good. It was a lot of fun, for sure. But as it's looking right now with KNOS, I don't know what the company does, but the technical setup's not bad. It does look like they have a nice level of support sitting right around here at about 17.9 cents. Can't look at the level 2s. RSI is about 55. I think it'll continue to respect that ascending level of support. The way it's looking right now. You're looking for a push over this level of resistance at about 21.2 cents. VJack. So I'm bullish on VJack. I think I've actually covered this in a video in the past. I think it's got some potential. I think it's got some solid potential. And it's been consolidating for quite a while now. It looks like they broke beneath this this ascending level of support. So wait for a bounce. It's a red day across the market. Today's a good day to buy, but wait for a bounce. You want to get at the best possible entry point that you can. We're going to check out PETZ again here one more time. Having an absolutely killer day. Nuts. Estimate for SENS. Do you think the red day is due to the hearing tomorrow? Well, tomorrow will be red also because of it. I don't think it'll be red tomorrow. I think it's a red day because the entire market's having a red day. That's my personal opinion. The whole market's pulling back right now. The NASDAQ is down over 1%. And you never know. It could very well have a reversal. But I'm very bullish on Sensonics. If they end up capitalizing on their 100-day CGM system, their continuous glucose monitoring system, that is a huge competition to Dexcom because their continuous glucose monitoring system is only for 10 days. So that's insane. I think it's got a lot of opportunity. Load. Load is a chase. Load is a big, big chase. Be very, very careful. The opportunity's there, but it's up over 200%. So if you get into this, know there's a lot of risk. Set a trailing stop loss. There is potential upside. You could still play this. But it's risky, right? So if you want to play this, I would buy it at maybe $7 or so. Set a trailing stop loss for maybe 5 to 10%. That way you don't get crushed on this. And then watch for a retest of that level at around $11.25. But be very careful. This is risky, risky, risky. Please don't touch this unless you're a seasoned investor or trader. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I think BNGO ran yesterday, didn't it? I am almost certain that BNGO ran yesterday. Yeah, I mean, they're just doing a small pullback. You got to be patient with BNGO, my friend. BNGO is what it is. It'll continue to do its thing. For sure. All right, so Game Whisperer. Can I check out tops? No problem. Top ships. Battleship, baby. It's forming a little bit of a bullish flag right here. We're looking for a bounce off of that ascending level of, or not ascending, it's just a level of support. We got a George W that could be forming. We got a bottom out right here. Another bottom maybe here. We're just looking for that reversal. I don't mind that. Volume's pretty low, so that's low volatility. I like seeing low volume on red days because then the volatility's not going to be there, and you're not going to see as much of a sell-off. So that's not bad. Can I give thoughts on MMNFF? MedMen. Must have been bad earnings. Oof. I see no reason to believe that it's gonna move anytime soon. This is an OTC market stock. To be honest with you, if I was in your shoes, I would cut losses. That's just me. I don't know anything about the company. This is just based on the technical setup, but it sold off hard and the volume immediately died. Nobody stepped back in to buy in. I don't like that setup. I'm sorry, dude. I wish I could give you a better answer, but that's just how the charts look. Lacey, don't feel bad. Coca-Cola is my morning coffee. Oh, beautiful. You know how it is. See, Lacey gets it. Lacey gets it. Water is not muy bien. It is not uishi. Mizu wa oishi desu ne? Yeah. Garbage. Yes. Jay Wise, Trey, new subscriber, love the content. Can you explain why you use the 15 MA and the 200 EMA? Thanks. Yeah, no problem, man. That's a great question. So I use both of these indicators because to me they give a good opportunity to read when you're going to have potential breakouts. So the 200 EMA is this purple trend line that's like exponential moving average, and it gives you an idea of the long-term price action over a 200-day moving period. When you compare that to the previous 15 days, right? When the previous 15 days break away from that trend line, it's a way that you can predict upcoming breakouts. For instance, with Uwami. This is how I found Uwami before it had that crazy run. We had a small bump in volume, a little bit of unusual trading volume right here, right? We had the 15 MA crossover the 200 MA right here. And then, 6 or 7 times out of 10, that is indicating an upcoming run, which we did end up getting. So the opportunity was 100% there and we took it. So that's why I use those indicators, my friend. GSAT, no problem. And I'm glad I can help you out, Jessica. That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm bullish on GSAT. I think it's got great opportunity. We've got 2 freaking George W's right here. One bottom out there, one bottom out there, one bottom out here, one bottom out here. A bottom out for you, a George W for you, a George W for you. Gorilla Gang. Let's go, baby. This is looking good. That looks good. RSI is at 66. I would not buy in right now, but if you have a position, it looks good for sure. One of the very few stocks that we've been looking at today is still green. I don't mind that setup at all. Ascending level of support. If you do want to buy in, I think it's going to retrace back down to 250. So 250 looks like the buy-in point, but there's risk involved because it's a little higher on the RSI, so just be careful. Made $125 day trading with CLPS, ONTX, PLIN, EBON, and WOW. Good for you, man. That's awesome. Heck yeah, dude. I don't have any dry powder laying around right now. I did a lot of portfolio rebalancing in my Webull and my other brokerage account, so I don't have much dry powder. But once I get paid a little bit, I'm definitely gonna have some dry powder, and it's gonna be good. I'm gonna try to keep about 20% of my portfolio liquidated. That way, I can always get into plays if I want to. All right, so we are gonna come down to Ben Zimmerman. That will be the last super chat that I read here. Otto, check out WNDW. Dang, what a day. OTC market stock. Price action's really choppy, so there's not a lot I can tell you about that. But it's at 53 on the RSI, consistent volume. Retracement-wise, retraced to about 50%, saw a nice bounce. Up to that 38.2%. It looks like a pretty safe buy. It's 50 on the RSI. I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. We've got the 15 MA trading over the 200 EMA right now, which looks good. I think the best possible entry point is going to be at about $21.25. Will Tesla go back to $800? Yes. I don't know when it'll happen, but I guarantee you it will. Tesla is Tesla. It's always going to be Tesla. You just got to be patient. Be patient, without a doubt. Tesla is right now the leader of the electric vehicle and technology sector in my mind. Bill Belliard, thank you. And thank you to Ben Zimmerman. We will check out NEPT here really quick for you. So NEPT on the 1 month chart, just taking a quick peek. Oh, no. No. Oh, man, I don't know about that. I don't like that, to be honest with you, because it set a lower low. It's almost back down to that $1.71 mark. It really, really needs to hold over $1.71. If it doesn't, that's going to hurt. So watch for hold over $1.71. To me, this looks like a pump and dump. That's a lot of red volume. I bet this was shorted pretty heavily. It'd be a good buying opportunity if you believe in the company. I don't know anything about them, though. Pharmaceutical company. It looks like a pump. I'm not going to lie. It doesn't look promising. Sorry, my friend. That is what I've got for the video today, guys. I'm going to recognize everybody that did drop a super chat. Thank you to Anthony. Thank you to WS3, Bad for Life, West Joe, Chief Artie Lean, Victor Williams. I appreciate that, my man. Gorilla Gang strong. Gorilla Gang, if you don't mind doing me one last thing, just drop some gorillas in the comment section. Drop a like on the video. It really does mean a lot to me. It does help support the channel. Thank you to Pro Dynasty. Thank you to Carlos. Lacey again. Much love, much love, much love. Freddie Galvez, my apologies. Shot Busta, Exoriozo. If you don't like water, try liquid death. I will. Jimmy Stafford. Whammy is just halted right now. I don't know why it's halted, but it is. It has not moved yet today. I will let everybody know in a tweet or something when something does happen. Sean Bayou, thank you, my friend. And Stoner Dragon. Absolutely nothing but love for everybody here. It is great to do these live streams with everybody. I try my best to connect with everybody the most as I can. And let me tell you something. Regardless of a green or a red day in the market, I have got nothing but excitement and joy to get out of bed every morning, look at some stocks, chat with my favorite friends out here, the community, the Trace Trades community, the Gorilla Gang. This is absolutely beautiful. Silly chicken. Let that catch on, baby. Silly chicken. Y'all are a bunch of silly chickens, but I love you. I love you, you bunch of silly chickens. That's what's up. That is what's up. So that is what I've got for the live stream today, my friends. I'm going to head out here and I'm going to get myself a coffee and maybe a breakfast sandwich or something and catch y'all in the next one. So take it easy, my friends, and peace.